Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting sports broadcast on GTV. Tonight we're in Geauga County for the Chardon Hilltoppers and the St. Edwards Eagles. My broadcast partner, as always, John Walsh. I'm Chris Reckner, and tonight, John, the St. Edwards Eagles are 2-1 in the game. Chardon is 3-0. They have looked tremendously good on defense, allowing only 22 points in the first three games. What is really going well for the Chardon Hilltoppers so far?
Well, defensively, that was going into the season. It could have been predicted. They had a lot of returners from a dominant defense last year. I think the big change this year is the improvement on that offensive line. They're putting points on the board. They're not strictly doing it with defense. Defense is still playing well, but they're also putting the points on the board. It makes it a heck of a lot easier for any defense.
As you talked about, offensively, Chardon has been tremendous this year. They scored 42 points against Bedford, 55 against Shaw last week, and 28 on the road against Duberville, which a game we did very tremendous so far.
Yes, the backs are performing well. The line is just absolutely excellent. Getting them into that secondary zone where they got good power, they got the moves, they can do the breakaways. That's why the points are there. That's why the yardage just keeps adding up.
Offense and defense and special teams obviously make up the game, John, but what are the intangibles that the Chardon Hilltoppers this year have been able to put on the field? Adjustments at halftime, or what has it been with Coach Bob Doyle and company? It's really made this team 3-0 so far.
I think it's pretty much senior leadership. I think it's just a well-adjusted group that play for each other, play together extremely well. You don't see the little cliques forming and stuff. I think they've just got excellent senior leadership, excellent coaching, and a heck of a lot of talent.
We should have a whale of a game tonight, the 3-0 Chardon Hilltoppers and the 2-1 St. Edwards Eagles. And all the exciting play-by-play is coming up next here on GTV. Welcome back to Chardon. Chris Reckner along with John Walsh. At this moments before the beginning of Game 4 of this season for the Chardon Hilltoppers and the St. Edwards Eagles, the 3-0 Hilltoppers. John, they have looked impressive in their first three games.
Yeah, they've looked very, very impressive. I think the big surprise for tonight is we have Scott Mackar going both sides of the ball. He's going to be playing as a cornerback position as well as the running back, so that's definitely good news. I guess he must be fully healed up now.
He's going to add a nice 1-2 punch in the offensive backfield with Mitch Hewitt, who has scored 7 touchdowns on the season so far. Offensively, Chardon is working tremendously well so far this season.
Yeah, and hopefully Eds has had their trouble from Chardon's vantage point. I hope it continues tonight.
And the opening kickoff is a short one by Mackar, and it is one fielded by St. Edwards, and that'll be inside their 25-yard line. As obviously you can see, St. Ed's won the opening coin toss and elected to receive, so Chardon will receive the football at the beginning of the second half. And St. Ed's will start on offense, and their quarterback is number 2, Dave Rukraut. He's a 6'2 senior, 182 pounds. St. Ed's, of course, last week had a tough week over at Menor Stadium. They lost 26-0 to the other team from Menor, Lake Catholic.
Yeah, what surprises me is the fact that they won the toss, elected to get their offense out there, and that's where they've been having their problems. Defense has been playing sound for Eds this season, but offense hasn't kicked in gear yet. And it surprised me they want to put him on the field right away.
And the senior tailback, Nick Barilli, gets the call on the first play, and he will get practically nothing over right tackle, as St. Ed's, as you said, has struggled offensively. Defensively, they've been okay, but defensively, Chardon's been even better this year.
Oh, yeah, defensively, they got one of the best defenses definitely in the Cleveland area, if not the entire state. That defense is sound and is going to be there all year, and complemented with that offense, this is a team that can go places this year.
In on the stop was Tim Smith for Chardon. He leads in first hits on this team with 24 and led the team with 11 solo tackles last week against a Shaw team that was overmatched 55-12 here at the season opener here at home for Chardon. On second down, there will be a delay give to Barilli. And Barilli will this time will be caught in the backfield for a loss. Dakowitz with a host of Hilltoppers in the backfield. And again, Chardon showing their team speed on defense there, John.
Boy, Barilli just couldn't get started. He had Tim Smith blitzing from the inside there. kind of made him, he sidestepped him a little bit, and Dakowitz came on him, then the 2-3 other, the Chardon players came. There was absolutely no place to go.
It's a tough defensive line to run against there when you have Platts and Hewitt and Smith in the middle and Dakowitz up front. Dakowitz is tremendous speed, and the Chardon Hilltopper team as a whole is tremendous speed. It's a loss of 4. It's 3rd down and 15 for St. Ed's with the 2 running backs. This time Rukraut to pass. Drop back across the middle, intended for Barilli, but thrown behind him. And Landstrom was in on the coverage, and it'll force 4th down. Nice job on defense for Chardon.
Yeah, they sent Mitch Hewitt from the outside. He was just a hair late getting there, but I think he did make the quarterback hurry up his throw a little bit, as you can watch in the replay here. He's fading back. You see number 29 coming from his backside here.
And as you can see, good pressure from the backside there.
Oh, actually, that was Kevin Platts. It was 44 that arrived just a little bit before Hewitt did.
The senior running back, Barilli, is also the senior punter. He just does get it away, and it'll sail towards Scott Makar. He'll field it at his own 45. Take a step, and now is going to be buried in a sea of Eagle tacklers back at his own 39-yard line. And that's where Chardon will start first on offense tonight.
Boy, they tried stripping immediately. That one player had Makar held up there, and the other one just went right for the ball, tried to strip it away, get the big turnover.
Senior quarterback number 2, Ryan Davis, will lead this team, and Mitch Hewitt. And tonight, Scott Makar will be the running backs, and also a whole host of others, as they have really a talented offense. And every year, this Chardon team is known for its defense, but I think, and we have talked about this in the Steubenville game, this offensive line is one of the best we've seen.
Yeah, they're playing tremendous ball. We'll see how they can carry it out here. Good up front.
And right off the bat, they give it to the senior Makar. He squeaks around a tackle up to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 4. Bring up 2nd down. And Makar, we were pretty surprised to see him not only playing on offense, but on defense as well. He does so much for this team. And as you can see here, right around right tackle.
You got the Dakowitz pulling from his guard position. Makar just got held up enough that he couldn't keep on Dakowitz's back, or that could have been a real big-time gainer.
Linebacker Mark Kasich had a hold of Makar, but was able to squeak away, and that's one of his best abilities, his maneuverability and moving east to west. This time to give the Hewitt right up the middle. He's near a 1st down, probably about a half a yard short, as St. Anne's came with the gang tackling method of tackling towards the end of that play there, John.
Yeah, they opened up the hole there, and then Hewitt did a quick little cut back to the inside, you know, where it just opened up a little bit wider there. Got some good yardage. Like you said, we got 3rd and a yard and a half, thereabouts.
Yeah, 3rd down. They're going to call it 3rd and 2. It's a very short 2. They need to get there just across the 50. They need to get inside the 47 of St. Ed's. Davis with the man in motion. The give will be to the first man through. No, Ryan with the carrier, and he will be short as he tries to go off left tackle. He gave it to the fullback, but then kept it.
No, he didn't give him any forward progress. I thought he had a little bit of forward progress. But the Ed's defense, like you said, that's been playing well for him this year. It's the offense that's been questioned. Defense held there.
And that's a big morale boost for the St. Ed's teams on the road against this impressive Chardon team through 3 weeks. That's a big stop for their defense.
Yeah, that establishes them at that point. But, boy, their thing that they got to work on, like I said, all season long, their defense has been playing good, solid football. But offensively is where they got to kick it in gear. Jimmy Smith.
Eloff with a nice punt and even better coverage by Tim Smith as he catches the senior running back Barilli inside his 10, and that was a backwards play from the get-go.
Yeah, he really didn't have much in the way of blocking there. You could see Smith had a beat on him, and it just wasn't going to be stopped. As you can watch here on the screen, you see number 41, it just walks in. You know, there's no place for him to go.
Nice open field tackle there by Tim Smith.
Yeah.
So St. Ed's will have their 2nd possession deep in their own territory.
Yeah, that's not something a sputtering offense wants to start out with.
And the 2 running backs, with the deep one being the senior Barilli. On 1st down, Rukraut's going to go up top. He looks towards the sideline, has a receiver. And the pass is caught, and across the 20 up towards the 23. Pass is caught by number 81, Matt Cannon. And Cannon with a nice reception there. It looked like a design play towards the sideline, John.
Yeah, one thing I see that the Eds is doing here, they're doing long counts, you know, and that's trying to get that aggressive defense set back a little bit. You know, they're raring to go. If you do the quick counts, that plays into their hands. Long counts keeps them settled. So that's probably not a bad move by Eds.
Ball is spotted at the 22, good enough for a first down. The first of the night for St. Ed's. Again, the two running backs behind Ruhlkraut.
Ruhlkraut goes in there, heck of a crouch there from his quarterback position.
And I'll tell you, Barilli got crouched down there on the turf as he just got smothered by the defensive line on a play that never really got started.
Yeah, and he went looking for his hole, and all he saw in front of him was black shirts. They just sealed off that left side of their defensive line, and there was absolutely no place for Barilli to go. They didn't get him in the backfield that time, but it was just as good. They just sealed up all his lanes that he could run into.
Early part of the first quarter, 7.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Chris Reckner along with John Walsh. Glad you can be with us here on this sports broadcast on GTV between the Hilltoppers and the Eagles. Friday Night Football. And St. Ed's on second down, the pitch going left for Barilli. Run towards the sideline and run out of bounds by a host of Chardon tacklers. And that again, just trying to get to the sideline and picked up decent yardage off left tackle there.
Yeah, he got a good gain out of that, but he was starting out in a hole. That brings up the third and still a decent length to go for the first down, but it does make it a lot easier to win. I'd say about 3rd and 4.
They haven't put anything up on the scoreboard yet. St. Ed's, anyway you look at it, yeah, you're right, 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles. So interesting call up coming here. Let's see if they look to go to the pass. They've had one completed pass, but
and all their wideouts to the right side.
Trip's right. Yes, you are right, John. And Ruhlkraut's going to go up top, looking right. Has a wide receiver. It's Cannon across the first down marker and out of bounds. So another first down for the St. Edwards Eagles. He's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Nice passing catch there. A nice little combination between Cannon and Ruhlkraut.
Yeah, they're just doing that little hook pattern, a pattern where a receiver just goes out, curls it, backs in, comes in back for the ball again, and it's a tough one to defend because if you try to play that a little bit too tight, the receiver is going to give the little move inside and then burn you deep. So that's just a pattern that Chardon's got to adjust to and look for. Play a little bit tighter, but you can't overplay it because, like I said, then all of a sudden they're going to do the fly pattern with just a little look in.
Ball spotted just inside the 35. Ruhlkraut's going to take it up top again, right across the middle. Pass is caught by Barilli, and he's met right at the 39-yard line. Pick up a 4, and they really like to use Barilli across the middle as a coming out of the backfield, and obviously Cannon, as we've seen on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got that away. You watch his foot slips as he goes to throw the ball. Watch the quarterback. He goes to set his feet, his foot slips, but he still puts it in on target. Right there you see it sliding behind him, but he does make his completion. That was good concentration by the quarterback on that one.
Pick up a 4 by the running back. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 6. As Chardon stacks men up in the box, they have 7, 4 on the line and 3 at the linebacker position. Ruhlkraut with a long count. Now they give to the first guy through, and he breaks a little hole off left tackle, and the carry is made by number 20, Fiston Lang. And Lang is near the 42-yard line. And the first down marker is at the 45, so it'll be 3rd down and 3 for St. Ed's. That was the first carry we saw of Fiston Lang, who is their, obviously the blocking back, but a little smaller than Barilli.
Yeah, it seems like Barilli is just their workhorse. He's got definitely in the stat sheets, he's got a lot more carries than anybody else, and I think they just are a tailback featured offense and just continually gives it to him. That was the fullback carrying that time. Normally he's a blocking back for the tailback.
3rd down and 3. This time Barilli, he's going to be caught in the backfield and dropped for a loss. The Chardon defense steps up this time over right tackle. They tried to go, but Chardon was waiting for him on the right side.
Yeah, he was really fortunate just to lose that much yardage because he actually, Kevin Platts knifed in there, had a bead on him, and he just made a quick cut in towards where the hole could be and minimized the loss.
So if anything, a little morale build here by St. Ed's. A decent drive, 2 first downs put together, but they have to punt once again. It'll be done by Barilli. Back deep at their own 25 are Ryan Davis. Check that, Jason Hillkirk and Scott Mackar. The kick is away and will be fielded on one bounce. And no, now it'll let it go is Mackar. And that'll bounce all the way inside the 30.
It's probably a wise choice in that one.
That was a wise choice. It was an odd bounce, and the Eagles were already right in his face. So Chardon will start second on offense. just inside their 30 on just a gorgeous late September night, John. We have not had weather like this in quite a while. It's just a gorgeous night.
Yeah, I brought my jacket along not knowing what to expect, but I don't think I'm going to have to use it this evening.
Not tonight. It's just a gorgeous night for football, and Chardon is yet to make it on the scoreboard. We've done one game this season against Steubenville on the road down at a kind of hostile environment, I guess, to say the least. They put 28 points on the board, and they were a little lax in the first half, but they really got it going. Let's see if they can get it going in this first half. Here is Davis.
This is only their second possession. It's Makar.
Makar swinging right, and he picks up a couple.
Yeah, again, they just pull that wall out there and let Makar follow him. Hopefully, he's got such quick cuts that if as soon as a little lane opens up, he hits it. That time, Eds didn't over-pursue or nothing and just cut it off a little bit. But, you know, I'd take 3 yards any time.
And as you saw the graphic there, Makar is listed at 183 pounds. I think he plays a lot bigger than that.
We had a fumble snap.
There is a fumble on the snap, and let's see who comes up with it. A big pileup.
I think Davis got it back, but he paid the price.
And he also paid the price of a loss on some yardage there. But they're lucky to keep the ball deep in their own territory. So a little sloppy play so far for Chardon as they are sputtering on offense so far.
Actually, they only lost like a yard on that one.
So they're going to.
I guess it must have been forward progress more than anything.
So Davis fell on the fumble, and the ball is marked just inside the 20. And they give him 3rd down and 8. So they need to get to the 27-yard line. And the give is to Chuha, and he will be stopped short. So Chardon will be forced to punt again. Nice defense by St. Ed's. Luke Chuha with the carry, his first of the night. And the punting unit will come out once again for Chardon. So a defensive standoff so far tonight, John.
Yeah, Chardon's, I don't know, they look very conservative right now. It just doesn't seem like they haven't really opened up their double T deception, counterbacks and all that. It's been pretty much straight handoff football. So I don't know if Coach Doyle is doing his feeling out process and then he's going to open it up a little later. We'll have to see.
Elof's punt is fielded by Barilli, and he's at the 45, across midfield to the 45, to the 40. He's got a man to beat, and he's all the way down to the 35. Nice return by the senior running back, and great field position for the Eagles.
Yeah, he just kind of kept shuffling around, doing the snake pattern here, as you see him cutting left, cutting right. Good return by Barilli. A little entanglement there. He's weaving one way, then the other, then back, and just finding what he can get out of that.
And there was a late flag, which they are now marching off. It obviously on Chardon as the ball moves inside the 25-yard line. Probably a late hit, personal foul. It was at the extreme tail end of the play. We did not even see it.
No, I never saw the flag thrown for that matter.
Call was made by referee Joe Horosco. So St. Ed's even in better position at the Chardon 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Their best opportunity of the night. And a minute 55 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Eds has for a field goal kicking. You know, because they're definitely getting themselves with their close in range, and with the sputtering offense, you want to get on that scoreboard however you can. Seems to be a little, I guess quarterback didn't care for that football. They're just getting a new one in
calling for his own football, as they do in baseball, calling for the old baseball.
Yeah, maybe he's getting some record like McGuire was.
He's put it in. It's documented, exactly.
Yes.
With a minute 55 to
go.
go.
On the quarterback?
He
goes deep.
Deep under the center. And 2 running backs. The give is to the first man through, Fiston Lang. Lang across the 19 to the 18. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You're right, Rookrout really gets down there. And I'm sure helping him a little bit get the ball right into the gut of the running back. As he comes around, he's practically at stomach level.
That was a pretty good choice of plays, though, because it's been Barilli, pass, Barilli. You know, and now all of a sudden, when you get a good possession down here, try something different. Start handing it off to other people. Show a little variation in your offense.
Lang with a gain of 3 at 2nd down and 7. A minute 20 to go in this first quarter. St. Ed's on the move and a threat to score here. Rookrout going to give it on the right side to Barilli, but tripped up. Tripped up nicely.
Jim Smith said no. He just knifed in, took the feet away, and there goes that nice little first down gain they had.
Right back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
You can see here Tim will just be cutting in right there, and the linemen up front do stunts. They spread it out, create a hole for their defensive blitzing back, and that's exactly what was there. Smith hit it quick, grabbed the ankles, and dropped him for about a 3-yard loss.
3rd down and 9, under 45 seconds to go in this first quarter. Backs in the I formation behind Rourkraut.
Still that long count, too.
And a delay. Now Rourkraut's in trouble. Is going to be sacked by Platts in the backfield. Way back at the 34-yard line. A big loss by St. Ed's and a great defensive play by Platts.
Well, I'll tell you, you could see that one. You just had a feeling that Platts was going to get to him eventually. He's been around that quarterback 3-4 times. He's coming from our left side here. You can't really see his penetration, but comes up high and just spins him right to the ground. Yeah, he's been real close with his pass rush several times getting to him. This time he did get in fully and dropped him for a big loss.
And that'll force St. Ed's, for them, unfortunately, into
try
a
to
punting,
put Chardon in a hole. Wow.
punting situation. Yeah, Barilli, before they do that, they're going to take a timeout. But Barilli is their punter. You see if he can possibly line something up along the sideline as Markar will be in his end zone. But that will be the last play of this first quarter, a scoreless first quarter. John, we are at the end of one quarter here on GTV.
Oh, we're switching sides of the field, aren't we, Chris?
We are definitely switching sides. Chardon kicked off to begin the game, and St. Ed's has worked pretty well with the football offensively. They had that one drive where they put the 2 offensive first downs together, and obviously now with a great opportunity, but on 4th down, do you think they're going to try anything funny here, or do you think they're going to try to pin Chardon?
No, I don't think so, because sure, especially when they're taking a timeout, too. That gives the Chardon coach the opportunity to say, seal the ends, keep an eye for the trickery, watch the guys flying downfield. They could be an eligible receiver. They're going to put all that. So, no, I really think that they're, quite honestly, going to punt it away, try to pin Chardon down inside their 10 somewhere or another. You don't want to kick the 30-yard punt because, in essence, then it boils down to net 10 because it'll come back out to the 20.
Oh, but really stands at the Chardon 42. The deepest men are Dan Merritt and Makar at about their own 20. Now they fade back. Punt angle towards the right side, towards the end zone. Deep man for St. Ed's, and it rolls into the end zone. So a nice try by Barilli, but it rolls into the end zone, and Chardon will come back 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. So St. Ed's with another good penetration, but Chardon's defense rises up again as we have seen them all season long so far.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough nut to crack to try to get through that defense. Offense, like I said, they're just playing it very close. I don't know. They just seem really conservative tonight. I'm sure they're going to be opening it up here soon. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised this series. You had the 2 series where Coach Doyle was reading them, seeing what they're doing. Now he's just going to come with the guns. Just starts showing them a little bit of the deceptive aspects of this wing T offense.
1st down and 10. And the game is right up the middle for a short gain. And Chardon again with a very conservative call, but again, it's that kind of early second quarter.
Well, that opens up the other stuff, though. That's a hand to the fullback. That's what the wing T is based on. Hand to the fullback, and then all of a sudden you counter back the opposite direction. So it opens it up. So that's kind of setting up the rest of the deceptive plays. It's nice when you open up the hole for the fullback and he goes 50, 60 yards or something, but that's not what you're looking for, really.
Gain of 1. Now Davis going to head to the air for the first time. He's got a wide receiver. It's Makar. Great speed.
Oh, was that nice?
Great speed to the 50 and dove and caught the football. I hope we get a chance to look at that on replay. He absolutely sprinted from the 45 to the 50 to get under that football and slid and caught the football.
I'll tell you, Davis delivered that right out there, too. You look, he's waiting, looking. Makar just breaks in the open there. I don't know what the quarterback. He flat out dropped him. No safety picked him up. That pass could have been just 2 feet shorter or something. Makar could have tried his move on that one defender that was coming in the direction. But well-thrown pass and an excellent catch.
Tremendous effort by Scott Makar as he has done all season long. Now the counter to Hewitt. He's got some running room and is just barreling over tackles as he gets to the 41-yard line. So near another first down is Mitch Hewitt, and a good play coming off a big pass.
Yeah, he bounced it back to, well, actually the 42 or so. That's where he said his knee first touch. But you see everything set up to the right, then they come back to the left with Hewitt. And there's not many. You got cornerbacks and free safeties making tackles out there. You know, everybody else got sucked over to their left or Chardon's right side of their offense.
Hewitt, 6'2", 200, but plays much bigger than that. Davis going to go up to pass again. Right side, Makar. He's got some running room, far sideline. He's going to be running out of bounds at about the 18, and now Chardon really is on the move.
Yeah, I guess that conservative thing has just gone
right
out the window.
Right out the window, John. You are exactly right. First down and 10, Chardon.
Yeah, I've got a couple passes, a couple of nice little counters off that, and they got the heck of a drive going here. As Davis, nice pass. That's just the type. You got this wide open guy and a little crossing pattern there. Just throw it in his hands. Don't try to get the perfect lead. Throw it softly. There's no one else around. Let him run underneath it and get the extra yardage. Well thrown pass by Ryan Davis on that one.
So Davis is 2 for 2 and both big gainers, over 20 yards apiece for him. He's statistically having a terrific night, and Makar's been the recipient of both passes. Now first down and 10, right inside the 20. Delay give Hewitt, right side. He's got a lane, and he'll get inside the 15. It's been the Hewitt and Makar offensive show on this drive. And there's a flag on the play.
And let's kick Ryan Davis in there. He's been delivering the ball to these guys.
Got to be somebody. Got to be the messenger.
And of course, he's had some good blocking up front, too. You know, you got to have those guys give him time to throw the passes and all that other good stuff, too. So, like I said, this offense has just started to open up. Now you got Ed's back on their heels a little bit. They don't know. Are they going to the air? They're going to go right? They're going to counter back left? You know, they're sitting there. They don't know which way to go. Take some of the aggressiveness out of them.
And as Joe Horosco, our referee, indicates, it's a 10-yard holding violation.
Boy, we can't have them.
Against Chardon, so that nullifies the great run by Hewitt. So they are now at the 27 of St. Ed's. And that'll bring up first down and 20. Smith in motion. Play action, Davis. Going to throw again. He's going to be met, though, and thrown backwards. Number 51, Jonathan Schmitz, with a nice play. All alone, he and Davis, and he won the battle.
Yeah, they did that. I'll tell you, Ryan Davis did an excellent job holding on to that ball that time. You can see here he's about ready to deliver it. He knows he's going to take the hit. He tucks the ball away, makes sure that it is not put on the ground so the drive can keep going here. That's smart football by Ryan Davis.
And quite a loss, too. It's second down and 32 for Chardon at the St. Ed's 34-yard line. It was just inside the 35. So after two great offensive plays in a row inside the 20-yard line, now a penalty and now a busted play in the backfield.
Yeah. Don't try to get them all at once. Don't look for that 32-yard play.
That's exactly
right.
Right.
Back-to-back 2 16-yard plays.
That's
You got
exactly
your first down.
And Davis going to pass again, looking right side. Got a good arm, and he's got a receiver, but unfortunately out of bounds. Intended for Makar. That's quite a strong arm. He threw it almost to the fence where all the fans are over there.
Yeah, I think Makar thought he had a shot at that one because it looked like he was setting the spring up in the air, go up after it. He realized it was just a little bit out of his leaping ability.
And Makar is just one of those guys that has the athletic ability to catch the ball and plant 1 foot down, if not 2 feet.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chardon went for it this down if they get some yardage. If not, they might try to bury Eds in a hole and get the ball back because the offense has opened up a little bit short of the penalties, which killed that drive. The drive was going very, very well. They're starting to get it in gear here.
And here's Davis, play action. Drop back, throw across the middle. Got a wide receiver. And he was run into. Late flag. Yeah. Good call. That's the good call. He was run into. The receiver was number 44.
Yeah, you watch it here. You see Kevin Platt's going down for, boy, Ryan Davis delivered that ball very well. That ball was well thrown. Watch here. It goes right through the receiver. No, that was a definite interference. I don't care what the St. Ed's guys in front of us are saying.
You're exactly right. The basic
clear-cut interference. He was not going for the ball. He was going through a man. You can't do that.
That's the classic definition of pass interference, redirecting the receiver and hampering his chance to catch the football.
Yeah, you can go for the ball, but that wasn't the case of going for the ball.
Exactly. So that obviously will put Chardon back in excellent field position. And now it's just a matter of where the football is going to be spotted, as you said, against the words of the St. Edwards fans
where
in front of us.
Where are we going here?
Well, they're going to go back to the original line of scrimmage, it appears, and mark off the foul. Now let's see where it ends up here. And the referee having a little bit of trouble getting through the huddle of St. Ed's on the field. It'll be inside the 20, almost back to where the original Makar play went.
See Coach Doyle talking to the players down on the field here.
I'm interested to see. They haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet. It still says 3rd down and 32, so they have not really officially marked off how far the penalty went. The ball is at the 20.
They marked it 15, so it should be about 12. It should be 3rd and 12.
And that is and that is extremely doable. That's 2 down territory.
Oh yeah, from here it definitely is.
And as you can see, obviously, helmets coming off. There is a small break in the action. Chardon obviously doing extremely well so far this season at 3-0. And the Premier Athletic Conference, which they newly joined this year, and it was formed this year, also 3-0. The Madison Blue Streaks, which will be coming to Chardon here. Let me check the schedule here. Madison will be making the trip here.
9th week,
yeah, the 9th week of the season. That is really shaping up to be an excellent football battle late in the season.
Yeah, Madison, if I remember correctly, they got a rough one tonight. They're going to, or actually Austintown Fitch is coming to Madison.
You're exactly right. That's a tough team always, and so Chardon's looking forward to them, but they are now looking to put some points on the board first tonight against St. Ed. And they give us to Makar. Bounces it outside. Heads towards the 1st down marker. Now towards the goal line. Run out of bounds, and let's see. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
6 for Chardon.
Touchdown, Hilltoppers on a great run on 3rd down by Makar.
You did have that. He had it inside, and then, like you said, he just bounced it right. A quick little move to the outside. Turned the jets on and just blew outside. Watch here. You see what we're talking about. Right there. Dip, pow. He just puts the jets on it, goes outside, led by Dakowitz there. McCummings. There's a holding call on that one.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, that's a shame.
Penalties really were something, looking over the statistics from last week against Shaw, the Chardon team had 5 fumbles, and they also had 5 penalties, and obviously some penalties tonight have really cost Chardon. Nothing bigger than that, a touchdown right there. Now they're back at the 25-yard line.
Oh, yeah, that one was a hurter. That one was a big-time hurter.
Well, that's a big break for St. Ed's, obviously, and it puts Chardon back at the 25-yard line. So let's see what they can do here. Man in motion is Smith. Give is right up the middle, and this time it's going to be for very little. And the ball will be spotted just outside the 25-yard line. And we are at the 8:15 mark, just before halftime, still scoreless. A good defensive battle here we have for you tonight. And Chardon on the move here offensively, a couple of mistakes, but looking to rebound and put some points on the board.
Actually, more than a couple. That's like a 3-4 penalty, all on this drive, too. I mean, they were moving the ball extremely well, but the penalties are just putting the hurts to them.
So it's 2nd down and 16. Play action. Davis to pass. Got a receiver. Pass is almost picked off.
Yeah, he threw it just a little bit off of Makar that time.
Justin Strazolka, number 3, almost with the interception. He dropped it as he fell out of bounds.
You can see the replay here. Quick fake to Hewitt on the middle, rolls it out to his right. Timmy Smith lead blocking for him there. Davis throws it just a little bit out of the, little forward and high maybe for Makar.
Pass was tipped a little bit, and correct me if I'm wrong, John, but Davis is really passing a lot. He hasn't passed much this season. Do you think that Bob Doyle is trying to pass a lot to get the running game, maybe a little bit of breathing room later in this game? Because he knows how good that is. Maybe pass a little bit to catch St. Ed's off later in the game?
No, I think it's just a combination of that's what in the scouting reports and all, that's what he saw as one of the weaknesses of Vance. Because quite honestly, that's what Lake Catholic did to him last week. Lake Catholic didn't run the ball a lot on him. They passed. So I guess watching the films, he might figure that that's where Ed's is most susceptible to having the yardage put him on, is through the air.
And Chardon takes their second timeout of the first half, and this is taken at the 7:48 mark before halftime, so they have one left remaining for the second quarter. And obviously deep in this territory, they may even utilize that if they want to get these points bad enough, as they have had some tough struggle so far in this first half, a quarter and a half, against a tougher than we thought St. Edward's defense. We knew the offense was struggling, but we didn't know the defense was quite this good.
Oh, I thought they had a pretty good defense. From all I had heard, I understood their defense is pretty good and solid here. Chardon, like I said, this drive, they're doing very, very well. Moving the ball, it's just those penalties are just absolutely killing them. They should have been in this end zone a long time ago.
And they were in the end zone, unfortunately called back by a penalty, which they now find themselves trying to dig themselves out of. Third down and 16. Chardon is at the St. Ed's 25, just outside the 25.
Yeah, we're in two-down territory for Chardon here.
Single running back is Hewitt. Play action to him. Ryan Davis rolling right, looking, now going to keep it. Across the 20, down to the 10. And let's see if he has the first down.
I think he's a little shy, but he's darn close.
And as you said, two-down territory doesn't really matter.
Maybe not from here. This might be three-point territory. We'll have to see.
And it is first down.
Oh.
First down, Hilltoppers.
That makes it academic then.
So a great run on a quarterback sneak by Ryan Davis.
Yeah, that was just excellent. He rolled out. The opening came. He's got the quickness. And it's an excellent block up front there. Can't see the number. There we go. Oh, Scott Mackar.
Excellent blocking, even downfield.
Well, thank you for turning around, too, Scott. We appreciate that.
So first down and 10.
Does it all.
First down and goal, rather. And this time Mackar with the carry off right tackle, and he is met hard by a host of Eagle tacklers. So it'll be second down and goal, this time nearer the 10.
Yeah, he got maybe a yard and a half out of that one. Yeah, I'm surprised they tried that. I thought this would be Hewitt territory here, because that's normally, well, but then again, normal means you're predictable. But
yeah, exactly.
That's normally what you do. You give it to the fullback and just let him grind out the hard, straight-ahead yardage.
Second down and goal, now at the 8-yard line. Davis, play action. And he's going to keep it, or is he going to loft it? He's got a man in and out of the hands of a couple of players, including some St. Edward Eagles. Luckily, wasn't intercepted. It'll bring up third and goal. Kevin Platts and probably Mackar, and Mackar kind of throws his hands
Mackar was
up.
the short one. Platts was the deep one. I think he was really going for Platts here. Didn't quite get enough air underneath the ball, though. You see he tries to touch it over there, but doesn't quite get it up lofted enough. If he could have got the loft out of that, Platts had the position to be in that corner, and I think he could have pulled it in.
So it'll bring up third and goal, and an interesting call upcoming here for Bob Doyle. What do you think, John?
Well, again, you got the third and long. I think he's going to keep it on the ground.
All right, let's see if that happens. Third and goal. In the wing tee, Davis. Mackar and Hewitt behind him. And the give is to Hewitt. Let's see. Is he across?
I don't think so. There's no
I don't think so either.
From the referees.
No, there's no indication. So it'll be fourth and goal.
Ooh, now here's the thing. Do you take the 3 or do you try to get the big 6?
Oh, what they're going to first do is they're going to take their last time out of the first half.
That's probably a good idea to think about that. We got a lot of time left. Yeah, quite honestly, I think he's going to go for it. I think he's going to go for the 6, just in the fact he knows he's got the defense. See, the reason I predicted run on this one is Eds is probably looking more pass. Their first initial step is backwards. You hit them quick up the middle, you can get the yardage. They gave it to the big fullback and a quick hitter. That's why I thought they'd stick it on the ground.
And again, that's why I raised the point earlier. Do you think that Bob Doyle is using the pass a little more just to catch St. Ed's to, they know Davis doesn't pass a lot, at least in their scouting reports, but if they pass a little more, and he's doing it successfully, which he has been so far in this first half, that at least puts that doubt in the defender's mind. And like you said, now on fourth, if they go run, which they're expected to, they have the guys up front, and definitely the guys in the backfield that can put it in the end zone.
Yeah, I think it might be, it could possibly be that. Just kind of give another look, something else for them to think about. Like on that play there, I think it opened up a whole bunch because defense's first steps were backwards to try to defend against the pass they thought was coming. opened up so where Hewitt almost went in. Reason I think they're going for 6 here is because if they don't make it, their defense will have Eds in a deep, deep hole.
Biggest play of the first half for Chardon. Give us to Hewitt. And he didn't make it. Did he make it?
No, he did. They're pointing the ball goes St. Ed's way.
An excellent play by St. Ed's on 4th and goal at the 1. And Chardon is stopped, and St. Ed's will take over on downs.
I don't think that's as big a concern. I think Coach Doyle made the right choice here. What you're doing, you got a sputtering offense having the ball on their own 1-yard line. You can see defenders there. Hewitt can't quite get away from him there. He had the one guy in front of him that grabbed him, and the other guy was just coming up on him, just able to seal him off. That was a touchdown.
Was
wow. I never
okay,
saw
now I'm
anybody
thoroughly confused here. The St. Ed's fans are as thoroughly confused as we are. Now Chardon has been given a touchdown, and Makar adds the extra point.
I guess they said it was in. I never saw a signal of a touchdown. Never saw him signal. All of a sudden, they're lining up for the extra point.
Referee Joe Horosco, and you can hear the boos in the background from the St. Edwards fans. And the players on the field are just as bewildered. No referee signaled for a touchdown as we could see.
That's the strange part. That's the strange part.
And that's a very confusing call, but obviously a good one for Chardon. They will definitely take it up 7-0 on a play, like you said, that would have pinned St. Ed's, a struggling defense, down deep, but obviously love to get the points.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's no question. That's your main goal, to get the points on the board or something. But, you know, that is bizarre because there was no loud cheer from the Chardon side either on that one. It was all of a sudden they're lining up for the extra point. I think the players on the field were the only ones that knew what was going on.
Exactly right. There was no loud cheer from the side of Chardon even after they were lining up. They didn't even realize that Makar was lining up for the onside kick. We were alerted to it by the St. Ed's fans that said, "What's going on?" And we look over and he's kicking the extra point.
Yeah, well, the point is, if he was across, they really don't have a complaint on that. The fact that he didn't signal or nobody saw him signal is kind of bizarre. But, you know, if the kid crossed the goal line, he crossed the goal line. So we definitely don't have the angle to see it from here.
So at the 6:09 minute of the second quarter, it's 7-0 Chardon on a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Mitch Hewitt, his 8th of the season. And these St. Ed's fans are still in an uproar on our side.
Yeah, quite honestly, I think they better pay a little closer attention to the game. They were a little bit too adamant for their team. That pass interference call they were screaming about was flagrant pass interference. You know, they're screaming homer refs and stuff. They're out of line.
Now, these refs are given to this game.
The fact that he didn't signal the touchdown, I don't understand either.
These refs are not from Chardon, obviously. And now the ensuing kickoff sails out of bounds, and we'll see what St. Ed's does.
Taking it at 30 foot. No, his coach is whistling on the sideline. Have him kick it over.
Definitely. Well, they're going to do everything they can to get Chardon to redo it. As obviously they're in a very volatile mood right now after that touchdown call. But needless to say, the points are on the board, and it is 7-0 Chardon. A big score as their offense obviously now gets a boost of confidence.
Okay, they'll move back 5 yards on the kick.
And kick it again. And I don't have any doubt that Makar has the leg to put it anywhere on the field. He's just angling it to see what happens if St. Ed's goes after it.
Well, it's kind of one of those, it's a safe kick. You don't get the big, because the guy's pinned into the corner. There's no chance. You kick it near the middle of the field, kick it deep. Guy could break either way on you. Here you're pinning him. He's going to get a little more yardage on the return because, you know, you're not kicking as deep, but he's not going to break the big one on you.
Back deep for St. Ed's is Nick Barilli, number 30, and as well Mike Madden, number 25. They're standing at their own 25-yard line as Chardon breaks the huddle for the ensuing kickoff. Makar will do the honors, and the clock is not moved. We're still at the 6:09 minute before halftime. Now a 7-0 lead for Chardon. And Makar sends it towards Barilli. He'll field it at his own 30, across the 35, near the 40, and now slips. He slips
They should have taken it at the 35. He's down at maybe the no, he's marking him deeper into 31.
Well, he slipped on the 30-yard line.
Okay, that's where he's got it.
Oh boy. That when things are going bad, they're just not going your way. And right now, St. Ed's is on.
Well, these Ed's fans will probably blame him. Chardon.
Sure. He tripped over his own man. Player. He tripped over Madden, who was coming behind him. So, boy, if St. Ed's didn't have bad luck right now, they'd have no luck at all. 6:05 before halftime. Two receivers right and backs in the I formation behind Rookraut, who now try to get something going as they find themselves down.
They're probably going to take to the air here pretty soon.
And here's the pitch, and they're going nowhere with this as Chardon read it a mile away. And they gain a couple, but Rusty Opper in on the stop initially.
I'll tell you, that was Mike Madden. He's got some quick feet on him, though.
Yeah, he was the man that tripped up Barilli, so he's trying to make up for it.
Oh, he's got two quicker feet, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see Landstrom kind of sat there, forced him a little bit deeper.
Here's Opper. And Platts.
He's got to have good speed because that was Hewitt coming behind and he couldn't catch up to him.
Well, they give him 3. It's 2nd down and 7. And they're on their own 32-yard line. Backs in the eye, and receivers are split on either side. Rookraut, they give to the first man through. Now Barilli's the first man. Straight ahead to about the 34, pickup of 2. And then it'll bring up 3rd and about 3 or 4.
About 5, 6, I think, where they're spotting the ball at.
Yeah, they spot it just outside the 35.
Close to 6.
So let's see what St. Ed's can do here. They're working on emotion after that controversial touchdown.
I'm guessing Dakowitz and crew are going to come in with their ears back here looking pass.
Now trips right as 2 receivers left and a backs in the I formation. Rookraut to pass, looking left, has a receiver. It's Cannon. Pass is caught near the first down marker.
He dived ahead. I think he got it. I think he dived ahead just over for the first down.
And much to the delight of the fans from St. Ed's. Good play there by Cannon. He has 3 receptions on the night.
Boy, these are not pleasant people down here, are they?
No, they are not. Remember, these are Catholics.
Is that what makes it?
That's exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. They're a little adamant now. Everything the referees do is going to be questioned.
No, exactly.
You know, and that's not right. That's not right.
So first down, nice passing catch from Rookraut to Cannon. And they send 2 receivers to the right side now with 2 backs. And the delayed give to the back is Madden. Madden getting good speed ahead. Now a fumble.
The ball, Chardon ball.
Now a fumble and a recovery by the Hilltoppers. Turnovers by the Eagle and a nice play by Chardon.
Ooh, the referee didn't even take the ball away. It was Chardon players hitting on him. I think Brian Smith came up with the recovery on that one.
There you go, the 5'11", 188 junior.
He's well identified on the screen, isn't he?
Madden with the great speed, but coughs up the football.
Let's see who caused the fumble here. Okay, should be coming up right here. Oh, it was Brian right in there too. Oh, yeah, Brian definitely. Somebody else hit him on the front there, but Brian was going for the trip. Oh, that was Ben Chua.
Ben Chua and Dan Meriden on the stop. So Chardon now working off a turnover. Play action, rolling right as Davis. Wants to go deep, has a man. Throwing it too far. And Makar slid as he tried to get under the ball as he did on our side, but that ball was just rocketed down the far sideline.
Yeah, he did a little pump fake there, too. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's really getting confident in the pocket back there.
Yeah, big time, pulling all the tricks out.
Watch
this,
it here. Pump fake.
Pump fake to get the receivers to come up, figure the ball's thrown short, then goes deep with it.
I guess Davis worked on that in practice this weekend. He hit the defender actually better, but he dropped it.
Yeah, he had kind of a bad angle to come up with that one, though.
Number 4, Jeremy Westbrooks with the almost interception, but he dropped it. 2nd down and 10. Still at midfield. This time the delay give to Hewitt across the 50 and not much after. About a yard or 2. And that'll bring up 3rd and a very long way.
Yeah, it looks like they were unprepared to have the ball back this soon.
Clock now almost at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult from our angle here. You're going to fall out of this booth before the night's over.
Right into the crowd
to see the clock.
Of these friendly Eagle fans.
I've given it up. I got to rely on you to be the clock watcher. Right? I definitely would tumble out of here.
So 3rd and long is facing Chardon right in the face. They send Rusty Opper to the far side. And 3 backs.
Coming out of the eye.
And Davis on the keeper, and he does not go anywhere. Right to the line of scrimmage. A nice defensive play by the Eagles, forcing this upcoming punt.
Yeah, but that's all right. That works out good because the Eagles had the ball at about this particular position here, before the Brian Smith strip. So, the punt just adds and kicks them back into their own territory further.
As you said, yeah, nothing worse for a struggling offense is to be deep in their own territory. And Chris Eloff for his 3rd punt of the evening. He stands at his own 38. And the kick is away, a short, wobbly one.
But it's hitting the ground, going to be tough. Ooh.
And really a nice fielding play. Sign him up for the baseball team as he did a heck of a job just to keep it, and he was moving forward when he caught that.
Yeah, short hopped it nicely.
And he's up to about the 27-yard line. As you can see, 2nd quarter, and the Hilltoppers up 7-0 on a controversial call for a touchdown, one that we were late even
the
getting.
The call itself was a fact there was no signal.
Exactly.
That's what the
exactly.
question
The signaling was very delayed, and one that the St. Edwards fans did not like very much. That was at the 6:09 mark, about 3.5 minutes ago. And now St. Ed's with the ball back after a punt by Chris Eloff.
Let's see if they're content to go down just 7-0 or if they really try to air it out here. Timmy Smith's coming up the middle. They picked him up. I think one of the St. Ed's players picked up on the left side of the line there.
Yeah, they could see the upcoming linebacker, and that's probably the best weapon that a linebacker has is to start moving forward. They can do that, but the offensive lineman can't move until the snap count.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to hold your position
it
when
certainly
you
is.
see a freight train coming at you.
And Chardon has about
you tend to want to get out of the way of it.
Chardon has about 5 freight trains right now in defense coming at that line. So that's a 5-yard march off for St. Ed's, putting them a little deeper, and that's a mental mistake right there. They can't afford to have many of those this deep.
I guess that's why they picked up Smith that time. He got an early start on him.
Exactly. Well, they got him picked up at least. So 1st down and 15. 2:50 left before halftime. 7-0 our score. Chardon on top.
Yeah, Ed's wants to eat some clock. They don't want to have to turn it back over to Chardon down this far down in their own territory.
Definitely not. Swing
Oh,
give. Now the option. Barilli. Now he's going to be wrestled inside. Now he's going to take it underarm. Picks up a block, and on the far sideline, nice job of Barilli to make something out of nothing. Now he is
actually, he lost 2 yards. All that, it was for a 2-yard loss.
He ran a long way. That was the halfback option, and it never developed. Then he put it under his arm and ran left.
I think it was 150 yards of running for a 2-yard loss.
You're exactly right. I'll bring up 2nd.
You can see here in the replay.
This will be fun to
flow
watch.
it out to the right side here.
You
He's
can see
looking.
the receiver, Cannon.
Definitely must have excellent coverage. Ooh,
he was wide open.
Receiver, yeah.
He was wide open.
I guess Burley didn't see him. Of course, he's not a trained quarterback.
He's not too tall either.
He's coming here. Tim Smith gets a beat on him finally. Drops him just a little bit short of where they started at.
Probably Mike Cannon went back into the huddle and says, Barilli, when I'm wide open, you can throw me the ball. When I have no one around me, you can throw me the ball.
And Barilli right now has got his cobwebs going. He said, I don't want a ball.
He's coming off the field right now, so he'll take a breather. And that'll bring in Fiston Lang and Mike Madden into the backfield. They're the 2 featured backs now. Trips right for St. Ed's as they send 2 wide receivers to the right side. Rourkraut's been the quarterback throughout this first half. Done a nice job, but hasn't led him to a score yet. On 2nd down,
again.
Long count again. And the give is to Madden up the middle. He fumbled last time. This time hangs on. Minimal pickup. They'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that kind of gets them moving forward there. I don't think they care so much about getting the first. I mean, obviously they love the 1st down, but what they want to do is just get this ball safely down across midfield and give it back to Chardon.
Well, they call it 3rd and 7, and they got 1:44 to work with. They're deep in their own territory, and let's see what they do here. You think pass maybe, John?
No, I think they're going to go conservative. I think they just want to safely not take a chance on the turnover. I don't think they're going to make a big effort for the 1st down.
Well, Fiston Lang and Madden are the running backs. They will go to the pass.
I guess they will.
Their sideline pass is caught, but not for much.
He took a hit, too.
Receiver making the catch was Justin Stralka.
Rusty Opper on a big hit there. Just laid the pads into him and knocked him on the side.
That's a design play.
Hopper here in his corner position. You see he picks him up, coming up, getting the help there, and just lays the shoulder right in there into the side, drives him back, short of the first down. Good hit by Rusty Hopper.
Strzelka just lucky to hang on to the ball. He bobbled it, but went out of bounds at the 30 thanks to Hopper. And now Barilli back in the game will punt the football away on 4th down and about 4. That's almost over his head. Does a nice job just to get it to kick off.
That's high, too.
Fair catch made by Makar. Nice kick by Barilli. Nice job by the senior just to get that kick away.
Boy, he does get some hang time in those, too. Those things are way up in the air.
So Chardon will start again, this time on their 40. And they're going to have about 42 seconds to go.
I think we're just going to safely run out the half.
Just a reminder that at halftime we'll have the Chardon band for your listening pleasure, and obviously for your viewing pleasure right after that. We'll have the second half of this game with what's sure to be a very exciting half as St. Ed's has hung in this game. A couple by penalty, and Chardon has been conservative, but they want to get some points, I'm sure, here at 1st down and 10 late in this first half. Here's the give to Makar. Stumble, starts again, and now picks his way and up to about the 40. Barely got anything on that. St. Ed's read that right to go.
Yeah, I think this is just kind of give it to the guy that could do the big breakaway here. And, if he can find a hole, do his magic, and dance around and all that, great. If not, we're going to have time, happy with our 7-zip lead.
And this very well could be the last play of the half as we're down to 15 seconds as Chardon breaks the huddle. So they'll get one more play. Let's see if they can break it. Wouldn't that be a nail in the coffin of St. Ed's? Boy, that would be a backbreaker here. Davis with the give around to Timmy Smith. He's got an opening, breaks a couple of tackles near the 1st down marker. But unfortunately, the clock will expire here on the first half that sees Chardon lead 7-0. John, your thoughts on the first half of football?
Well, again, like I said, it's a kind of a feeling out game for Chardon. They definitely have to go. I'm sure there's going to be mention of the penalties they've been having here. I'm sure there'll be heavy-duty mention on that. They straighten that out, I think they're going to own the second half against Eds.
And we'll take a look real quick here at this last play of the half is Timmy Smith with the carry. And as you can see, the pitch around from Davis on the left side and tries to pick his way, running through tacklers. He's a much bigger player than most of those defenders, but unfortunately, being the last play of it's a nice play, but the last one of the first half. And we are at halftime, 7-0 our score. Chardon up on top of St. Ed's. Up next, we have the Chardon Hilltoppers band for your delight here on GTV, and they are up next. Up next after that is the second half of football. We'll be back with that right after the Chardon Hilltoppers band.
Move, 5-second shot move, 5-second shot move.
already. Welcome back to Chardon. We have a 7-0 score as the opening kickoff of the second half sends towards Chardon, and it's Ryan Davis, the senior quarterback, who breaks open. He'll be wrestled down at the 32-yard line. And the second half is underway, one that sees Chardon up 7-0. We have just been given word that the touchdown, which you see 7-0, the score, was actually scored by the man who just returned the football to start the second half, Ryan Davis. We had thought in our camera show that it was Mitch Hewitt, but I guess as you said, John, in the break, he carried his fake pretty well. Davis scored the touchdown.
Yeah, he faked everybody out in the stadium, I think. And I guess it was
Including the
clear
refs.
cut that Davis was in the end zone. Hewitt just kept fighting, and the camera was honed in on his back there, and it looked like he made it. Couldn't tell from the angle whether he got in or not, but it didn't matter if he got in. He didn't have the ball. Excellent ball handling, faking by both Hewitt and Davis on that one.
So let's see what kind of adjustments head coach Bob Doyle and his staff can make coming into the second half of football, which sees them leading by 7. They made some excellent adjustments 2 weeks ago against Steubenville, a game that saw them trailing 10-7 at the half, and then came out and blanked the Big Red and put up 3 touchdowns, 2 by Hewitt in the second half, 1 by Mackar. And Hewitt, we thought, had the touchdown, but it was Davis. And now Hewitt exits the game on second down. Second down and 7, a 3-yard pickup on first down. And the lone running back is Mackar. Now check that Chuha. And the give is to Smith. Smith on the left side. A minimal gain towards the sideline. And that'll bring up third down. So again, a conservative start in the second half here for Chardon, John.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit tight here. They might be setting up this play this time. This could be one of the counter ones. They fake to one of the wings coming across, give it to the other one. They haven't really shown that much of their full repertoire yet tonight.
Very small pickup of 1 yard by Smith, and now the St. Ed's fans get behind their defense, urging them to stop the Hilltoppers offense.
Yeah, that defense has played well tonight. They've been on the field quite a while.
And here is Davis. Play action. Wants to pass again. In trouble. Picks up a block. Now across the field.
Oh, nice.
Nice catch by Kevin Platts. Right at midfield.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Davis delivered between the 4-4 on Platts' uniform there. Put it right dead center there. Platts took the hit. He was slanting across from his left tight end position. Coming across, Ryan laid it right in there. Platts just cradled it, took the hit, and held onto the ball. Excellent reception, and again, another good throw by Davis.
He was met by defensive backfield Justin Strzelka, number 3 for St. Ed's, and nearly at the same time, they 2 hit, and the ball was received, like you said, right between the 4 and the 4. So a first down right at midfield for Chardon, opening drive of the second half. This time, we'll swing it right from Mackar. Big hole on the sideline.
Oh.
And he just ran out of real estate.
Boy, did he lay a nice stiff arm on that player on the corner there just before. I think that it was such a hard stiff arm, it pushed him a little bit out of bounds, or he could have gone all the way on that one. But they opened up a huge lane on that right side there. You can see sealing off the whole middle there. You got Chuha from the tight end position, Burr from his right tackle position. Look at that stiff arm. But I think it was just enough to push him to his right a little bit. Firm one, though. Ooh, I love a stiff arm. You don't see many of them anymore.
You don't see that. It's one of the lost arts in football.
Oh, yeah, and it's such a powerful weapon for a running back. But nice blocking by Burr and Ben Chuha on that corner there, giving him the lane to run in. Oops.
Mackar now, he coughs the football up, but I think Chardon got it back.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody had the presence to really dive on it. We'll have to see who gets up with that ball, but it was a Chardon player. And actually gained a little bit of yardage, too.
Forward progress, and it was,
that was Ben Chuha.
Ben Chuha, smart heads-up football by Chuha.
2 plays in a row by Chuha where it's excelled.
First hit, Mackar will get, he coughs the football. Bam, right there.
Yeah, kind of laid the shoulder pad on the football. Chuha sees it.
He's being held. He's being held, too.
Big time. He fought for that. You weren't going to keep him for a nice play and that's wanting something. That's just pure desire by Ben Chuha on that one.
And Chuha really came in bigger from last season. Now he's 6'2", 210, so used every inch of it to get to the football.
And I like him at the tight end position. I'll tell you, him and Platts in the tight end, you can run or you can throw to either one of those guys.
And Chardon will keep it on the ground this time, no luck, as Makar is caught in the backfield by a host of Eagles, including Jonathan Smits, number 57. His number's been called quite a bit tonight.
So is Makar's. That's what, 3 carries in a row by him now?
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Yeah, Makar so far has been the workhorse. Hewitt has not seen a carry so far in the second half, and Makar,
He
luckily
just
enough,
went back in. They took Luke Chuha out of fullback, brought Hewitt back in.
so we'll see here on 2nd down and 14 after the 4-yard loss by Makar. And they send Makar in motion. They'll give it to him again.
Big
Hole
lane
opens
open
up, cuts to the corner. And he's wrestled out of bounds by Strzelka, thrown out of bounds.
Boy, I have to see who did the blocking on that one. I'll tell you, Dakowitz was out there. He pulled from his position, sealed the guy the outside, and Makar just cut between them there. Again, you got Chua there. Who's throwing? I couldn't see who that number was in that block. But nice blocking around that corner to give Makar the lane.
And a nice job by Strzelka, number 3, the smaller man, to throw Makar out of bounds. They'll bring up 3rd down and 4. And a timeout called by head coach Bob Doyle to think things over. So early second half, Chardon on the move on their first offensive possession and don't want to mess things up here.
Yeah, but I'm surprised you burned one this early. They must have been had the wrong personnel for the play he wanted to run or something. But I'm surprised. You know, right now the game's tight. With a 7-0 game, you want to save those timeouts for later in the game when you really, really might need them. But like you said, he must have seen something out there where some people just didn't look oriented properly or whatever. And, you know, he decided it was more prudent to call it here because you do definitely have something going.
Before this big possible scoring opportunity on this drive for Chardon, John, your thoughts on what has surprised you the most for both teams coming into this game so far this evening? First with Chardon.
Again, I don't see any big surprise here. Chardon seems to be a second-half team. They kind of do a feeling out, like 2 big heavyweights standing there. They feel out what the other one's going to do for the first round or 2. Then they go and they got their game plan in gear, get it in gear. So I think that's what they're doing. Eds, I think, is playing. They're pretty much touted like they came into the game. They got a good, solid defense. Offensively, we really haven't seen too much in the way of flash from them yet.
Now their defense will need to stand on their head now and stop this 3rd down and 4 play. Makar again, right side. And they come to the order again. And a nice stop on the line of scrimmage by St. Ed's as Makar is thrown backwards, maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, now you got decision time. This one, I think he might go for the 3.
And here's a look for you.
That would give you a 10-point lead at this point, you know, which is very important to have that multiple score lead.
Yeah, that's a nice stop by the Edge defense.
Yeah, they are lining up for the field goals. Makar places the tee. Davis is his holder.
This is for a 10-point lead early in the second half. The ball is spotted. And the kick is up, and it is no good. So a 3-point try by Makar is no good, wide right. So the 7-0 score remains. St. Ed's is held again on defense.
I think he might have pushed it a little bit. There was a man coming on his left there, and he might have pushed it a little way because he really did come close to blocking that. Makar might have just made that little bit of adjustment, push it just a hair right. There's no question there was plenty of leg on that one, though.
That was a 37-yard field goal attempt for Scott Makar, so that'll be a key moment of the game. In regards to the scoring of this game, if it comes down to it, 3 points lost by Chardon if they could have had it on the board. So St. Ed's will start 1st down and 10.
See what their offense can do with any adjustments they might have made at halftime.
And they give it to the speedy Madden. He finds the hole on the left side, and man, does he get through that hole quick.
Yeah, he's got some quick feet. Like I said, Borelli's a strong runner. He's a good open field weaving runner or something, but he's not blessed with that blazing speed. Madden provides that facet to him. Hits stuff quickly, has that breakaway ability, if you will.
And let's see what the scoreboard says. 2nd and 5. They'll give him half the way to the 1st down yard. marker, and Drew Crown, who hasn't thrown yet. Let's see if he goes to the air here. One single back, that's the senior Barilli. And they give to the left side, they'll keep it on the ground. He slips, and he'll be wrestled to the turf by Hewitt and also by Timmy Smith.
They're continuing that long cadence, though. I don't think I've ever seen a team that continually has that cadence. I'm surprised that they don't hit a short one now and then, but they haven't thus far. Everyone's been a long count. Probably third, fourth count is when they're snapping the ball.
Week in and week out, Bob Doyle always has his football team ready, but I think right now Jim McCade, the head coach for St. Ed's, has really prepared his football team well for this game tonight on the road. They lost badly last week, 26-0, and that's probably understating the loss to Lake Catholic, and they have really come to play this evening.
This is early, but this is a big play for Eds.
It's 3rd and 3. Back to pass is Ruhlkraut, looking right. His receiver slips. It was Strzelka. And Strzelka, if he caught the ball, would have been very close to the first down marker, but needless to say, the pass was incomplete.
Yeah, that was one of those comeback patterns again. He threw it nice and low, but unfortunately he threw it just a little bit too low, and it skipped in front of the receiver.
Yeah, right there, you catch the tail end of the receiver slipping. And then in the coverage for Chardon was Chris Scanlon, number 37, back deep to receive this punt from Nick Barilli. There's Makar and also Jason Hilkirk. And the punt sails over his head into the end zone. Let's see what Barilli does.
Could be two.
And he kicks it out the back of the end zone. So that'll be a safety and 2 points.
That probably was the wise choice to give up the 2 rather than giving up the 6.
So it's a 9-0 score now with a safety at the 6:43 mark of this third quarter. So now Chardon will get the ball back after St. Ed's now punts it to him.
Boy, I tell you, that was way over. That snap was probably a good 5 feet over his head. Must have had a little snack out of that center there because he really torqued that ball back. Watch it. It's not even close to just a little bit over. It's well over his head. Oh, 5 feet, I think I underestimated that one. It was probably in the 7-8 foot range.
I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could have caught that one.
Now he's placing it on a tee. He's not going to go the punt route.
And it will be teed up at the 20, so a definite advantage for the speedy Chardon return man. They will send, it looks like, 3 men back. And make that 2. Davis and Makar. It looked like Hewitt was going to fade back to about the 30. And here's the kick. It'll sail very short.
Ooh,
nobody's getting it. Boy, finally touched by number 11, Kyle Peck, and that was a big mistake by Chardon. That ball bounced at the 50, and it went all the way back to the 42. They're lucky just to get up to the 44. They have excellent field position, but it could have been better.
Yeah, that was almost a mental breakdown. I think they were just waiting for the big 2 guys behind them to get it or something, but they had no angle on coming. The short man had to come up with that one.
I think Kyle Peck was just so amazed that the ball was bouncing right into his hands or right in front of him. He's like, do I want to pick it up or not?
I think we're going to see an offense here. I think they're going to open it up, toss a lot of sophistication into it, and just block up front X. I think this is going to be big-time Chardon drive here.
And off the left side, we see a big gain near the first down marker. Let's see who got the carry. It looks like Davis.
Yeah, he kept the ball.
And a late flag now just flies out of the huddle. Probably a personal foul.
Yeah, against 2, though.
Well, if it's against St. Ed's, that ball is marked at the 45 of St. Ed's. That'll take it all the way down to the 30. And it's against St. Ed's. No, it's offsetting. Offsetting, so none the better or worse.
Well, you got to keep it under control here.
You certainly do.
Now, nothing was lost, but whoever made that infraction for Chardon, I'm sure Coach Doyle is going to have a long talk with him.
And if he didn't know, just thankfully enough that the referees don't announce who had the penalty against him, because Coach Bob Doyle would definitely give him an earful.
Oh, I believe they find out.
They have their ways.
The referee, give me the number. Give me the number. I want to know. Even though nothing was heard, you got to keep your composure.
So at the St. Ed's 46-yard line, St. Ed's Chardon operates, and it's Davis on the keeper. I think he slid across the first down and for the first down.
Yeah, see where the mark is, because the knee might have said, no, it crossed over the first down Chardon. Poor chain guys are waiting. They see it's a first down, but until the referee signals it, it's not a first down. They're the ones that have to decide what it officially is. I just got one of those feelings that this is, Chardon came out. I think they're going to put together the drive.
Well, they lead 9-0, and we're at the 5:38 mark of this third quarter. And the give is to Hewitt, and he is wrapped up right at the 45-yard line. Eds again, their defense rises to the occasion.
Yeah, there was a little broken play there. Hewitt and Davis ran into each other as they made the exchange. Either Hewitt cut a little bit too much or Ryan went a little bit deeper than he should have, but somebody messed up a bit because you can't have your backs and quarterbacks running into each other like that. That kind of put the hurts to that play ever developing.
Officially no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball just inside the 45 of St. Edwards. Lone running back is Hewitt. And Davis on the quarterback keeper. And he's going to sneak through the middle.
Wow.
Good speed ahead and great athletic ability. All the way to the St. Ed's 30.
Wow, he definitely showed his quickness there. He came out of the blocks like a bullet. Again, I remember at Steubenville, him stopping, reaching down, thinking it was an ankle. He likes them socks up.
He certainly
watch
does.
the explosiveness. When he decides to go, watch how quick he is right out of the blocks. He's got it up to full speed instantly.
Not only
Then
that,
he
but
puts
showing,
his shoulder down and grabs that extra 3-4 yards.
exactly.
Too.
Showing
Shows
the good strength.
power.
Broke
Yes.
the tackle of number 51 for St. Ed's. That's just Jonathan Schmitz. And then ran over 2 defensive backs. Now they give to Landstrom, his first carry of the night. And good speed across the middle. He's got a hole. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Oh, that was a nice run. That was a nice run. And he got screened. His big boy, Rob Krebs, got downfield there. Didn't really throw a block, but didn't really need to. He got in the way, got between the defender and watch here, you'll see. Krebs coming from his left tackle position, gets way downfield there. Landstrom uses him and just cuts behind his big body there and seals off the defender. You see him coming in the picture right now. Just slows him down enough.
Well, you were right, John. They put together a nice drive, and you were feeling a touchdown, and that's exactly what they do. The extra point from Makar is up and good. And Chardon has increased their lead to 17-0. No, check that. 16-0.
They're going to have to seal up the left side of their extra point or field goal team because, again, a player came close to coming from that side and getting a piece of the ball.
And it's early. It's very early in this third quarter, but Chardon does have one shutout on the season. They defeated the Bedford Bearcats to start the season 42-0. Obviously, shutting out the St. Edwards team. Shutouts mean a lot of things, but more or less just talk in the locker room, but that would be tremendous for the defense to pitch another shutout.
Oh, yeah. Shutouts are nice, like you said, but W is all you really care for
Exactly
at this
right.
point. You try to get that win.
Well, right now, Chardon is performing at a level that will give them a W. Right now, their defense comes back on the field after this kickoff to see if they can stop the offense for St. Ed's, which hasn't really done much tonight. They've completed some nice passes, shown a little bit of an offense, but the ability to put it in the end zone is lacking still.
Yeah, really, I think their first downs are very, very minimal, and it's mainly from their little comeback passes.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be the bulk of their offense. Their running game really hasn't got anything together. They haven't tried to go long at all, and that's probably a wise choice because with that defensive front of Chardon, you really don't have much time. If you try to go long, you're going to end up with a dead quarterback because they're going to get him.
So we have 4.5 minutes to the start of the fourth quarter. Chardon up now 16-0. After the touchdown run by John Landstrom, his first carry of the night, and a touchdown.
Not bad average for the evening.
No, not bad at all. Touched the ball one time and one touchdown.
That was just an excellent run, too. I'll tell you, each showed using his blockers properly, seeing the field, and putting the speed on. It was a good-looking running back.
Well, in the game we saw against Steubenville, that was coming off game 1 against Bedford, a 42-0 shellacking by Chardon. Landstrom, in there for the injured Makar, ran for 120 yards. We didn't see him much in the Steubenville game. the game against Shaw, he didn't see much action, but tonight his first carry touches the ball, gets touchdown. So the ability is there. Just obviously the playing time might not be.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're just deep in backs. And, you can have a lot of talent, but the guys ahead of you got that much more. You just keep plugging away. But then again, he's a junior.
That's exactly
He'll be
right.
back next year. He'll probably be the featured wingback.
And Landstrom, he's tall. He's 6'1". Maybe add a few pounds. He's at 170. He puts on maybe 10, 15 pounds, and he's going to be a punishing running back. And with that blazing speed, who knows what the possibilities are.
The point is, you keep making runs like he just made, you're going to get on the field.
That's exactly right. And the second kick in a row by Makar sails out of bounds. Let's see what St. Ed's does this time.
All right. I think if they made him kick that one, they'll kick him back 5 yards, do it again.
And Jim McQuaid says, let's kick it again. He by no means is out of this football game. By any, he's 2 scores down with two extra point conversions.
Plus, it's an opportunity to tire out Makar. I'm
You're
sure
exactly
he's
right.
not adverse to that at all.
But unfortunately, like we were just saying, they're deep in backs with Landstrom and Hewitt, as well as Makar, and Davis has done a nice job tonight.
Yeah, that's a nice thing of having an offense. You got blocking up front, then you got a lot of weapons coming in the backfield. You can't key on one player. Every night, it seems, this season, Chardon's been featuring somebody else. So, they can watch all the game fix. They watch the Bedford game, they're going to see Landstrom. They watch Steubenville, they're going to see Makar and Hewitt. It's every night there's going to be somebody else that's featured. That makes it tough to defend a team.
Oh, certainly. And when each guy is equally talented as each other, that makes it extremely hard to do any game time preparation for a team coming in. And next week, this Chardon team goes on the road for a Saturday evening affair with Erie Cathedral Prep. Their guys are here scouting tonight. Kick is taken by Madden at his own 40. He's got great speed on this near sideline. And this is going to be an excellent return all the way inside the Chardon 15-yard line. So just like that, Mike Madden on special teams has given St. Ed's, the offense, a chance to put some points on the board.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what they got to get their kick from. Like we mentioned, Madden's their big play guy. He's the quick one. Barilli just doesn't have that burning speed like Madden does. He had some nice up front blocking, too. See Landstrom in pursuit. Kyle Peck.
This tackle.
Yeah, and Makar finishes off. He was actually tripped up by Kyle Peck's hit.
So they'll start 1st and 10 at their Chardon 15. Give this to Madden. They'll give it to him. He got him this far. They'll give it to him again. And he gets inside the 15. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I think Tim Smith knifed across there, grabbed him around the ankles. This is a big one for the Chardon defense. If they can hold him here, they can pretty well rip the hearts out of Eds.
This is only the 2nd time this deep into Chardon territory. First time was in the first quarter and resulted in 0 points. And now let's see what St. Ed's can do.
That's the thing. They got nice field position, but you still got to move the ball ahead. And it's tough to do against this defense.
And this defense tightens up incredibly inside the red zone. 2nd down and 9. 1-yard pickup by Madden. Play action to Madden. Now Rucrow with a pass. Pass is incomplete, intended for Barilli. He should have had it. And he would have had the corner maybe to get to the end zone, but needless to say, Barilli dropped it.
Yeah, the pass was just a little bit on the high side. It would have been a pretty darn good catch pulling down by the receiver. Because normally right-handed quarterbacks can't throw left that much.
No, he should have had it.
Ooh, you're brutal.
I'm
You're
brutal, but that's one of those catches. When you're deep and you've been struggling all night long on offense, that's one of those catches you got to make. That right there can turn a football game around.
Big 3rd down play here for Eds.
Extremely. 3rd and 9. And they're at the Chardon 14. And there's movement on the St. Ed's line.
I didn't really see it, but I saw the Chardon players pointing at it. And Eds is resolved to moving back. So
that's one of those things they're thinking about the touchdown before they got in the end zone.
Boy, you definitely don't need those. The Chardon hurt their drive. Well, they ended up with the points out of it on the Ryan Davis first touchdown. But, they got the guns to come back out of that. Eds hasn't really shown it, so penalties at this point just kill you.
And the deep man is Madden. He got him this far on the great return. And let's see what we can do now. Rucrow back to pass, under pressure, now fading. Pass across the mid to Madden. And he's going to be down deep in Chardon territory and very near a 1st down. And let's wait for the call. The two umpires are signaling fourth down.
Yeah, I think he's short. I think he's quite a bit short, actually. You see in the replay here, quarterback fading back. You got some blitzing coming out of the middle. Hewitt just a hair late getting to him there.
Nice catch by Madden.
Good cut inside by Madden. It grabbed Landstrom has got him around the ankles there, but he grabbed an extra 4 or 5 yards with that inside move he made.
Well, to think about it, St. Ed's is going to take a timeout, and
there's the Jogga Local Access Cable Corporation, the banner.
Along with that man, John Walsh, I'm Chris Reckner. Happy to bring you this game tonight. And while we have a chance, tonight's game is being brought to you by cable subscribers like you. That's right, tonight's contest is completely funded by cable subscriber franchise fees from Chardon Township, Chardon Village, and Hamden Township. This week's game is part of the GTV programming service made possible by your support. Our other funding communities not participating in this particular program are Burton Township, Burton Village, and Middlefield Village. High school sports is just a part of our programming lineup for this fall. Sports coverage continues this fall, as long as we cover Berkshire, Cardinal, Chardon sports, including volleyball, soccer, and more. So check out GTV regularly for replay dates and times. And this will be a good one to watch as Jim McCade, the head coach for St. Ed's, trots off the field. Here comes the biggest play of the night for St. Ed's. They put some points on the board. They're back in it. Chardon's defense stops them. They could possibly have a win in their belt. Here's the give to Madden. And I don't think he got it.
No. He didn't even, he'll be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the Chardon defense right there.
Yeah, that's one of those tough ones. You still got 3 minutes left in the third quarter, which means you got a lot of football left, over 15 minutes left. I seriously might have thought of getting something on the board and taking 3. Try to grab the 3. At least you got a moral victory. You're still going to need scores, but you're still going to need them if you grab the 7. You're still going to have 2 scores that way, too.
So Chardon will start first down and 10 deep in their own territory after the turnover on downs by St. Ed's. And a running play off the right side for a minimal gain.
Yeah, this is sure hands territory, though.
Definitely.
You definitely don't want to have a turnover here and put it back on your defense, because I tell you, those goal line stances, if you will, even though that wasn't quite close enough to be a goal line stance yet, but anything within the 20 or so takes a lot out of you. And you can't just keep coming up with it. So you want to make sure that, obviously move the ball would be the optimal goal, but if you can't, at least get it out of the shadow of your goal line.
So 2:21 left in this third quarter. Davis, and the give right up the middle, and that's to Hewitt. And Chardon just contempt, obviously, like you said, to keep it on the ground. They sure hands people in the game. And
yeah, well, it's just you don't want to get too fancy here. With the more fancy the play, that means the more mechanical ball handling you have. Consequently, the higher chance of putting the ball on the ground. And that's definitely something you want here. You got to give a breather to your defense. Get the ball out so they got a little bit of room of the field to play with them behind their backs.
Well, the ball is spotted at the 10. They need to get to the 19. Makar.
Flag.
Finding nowhere. His progress was stopped before he was tackled in the end zone, but a flag was thrown right as the play was starting to develop.
I think we might have had a hold on that, but
yeah.
I'm sure Eds would decline that.
And that would bring up fourth down, and Eloff would be punting from the shadow of his own zone, or actually in his own zone, shadow of the goalpost.
Oh, it depends which way the moon is, doesn't it?
Now, where is that moon? There it is, right over the light standard.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got the little crescent up there, don't we?
That's a Halloween moon, and we're still a month away from that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's getting close, though.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I was looking at the schedule. This is already week 4 of the season. We're only 7 weeks away from playoff football. You understand that, John? That is coming up too quick.
Seems like yesterday I was waiting for football to open up.
Exactly right. Now with the win tonight, and Chardon is winning now 16-0. That moved to 4-0 on the road next week at Erie Cathedral Prep. And they come back home, and let's take a look at the schedule. They will play North, their first Premier Athletic Conference game of the season and in Chardon history. But really, with a lot of room and calls for the fair catch.
Yeah,
great field position.
I'm guessing he was under orders to call a fair catch.
Well, that's safety right there.
The guy just wanted to make sure they got the ball in good position. I don't think he realized he would get it with no Chardon defender within 10 yards of him.
Well, he had no Chardon defender within 10 yards of him, and he took it at the 40, so that's where Eds will start, first down and 10.
Well, we got a lot of Chardon fans on this side of the field. I was saying,
do.
why are you sitting over here? And they said, there's no seats on the other side. Capacity, standing room, like 5 deep at the fence, all seats taken on the Chardon side.
They definitely pack him in here. First and 10, Rucroft to throw. Got a man right across the middle. A nice passing catch to the tight end. That's the first time we've had a chance to call his number 82, Chris Kenstrick.
Yeah, that was Dan Merritt, the free safety on that one. Just sticking him right around the knees, making a good open field, safe tackle.
It's definitely a wrinkle they haven't used to the tight end tonight.
No, and he was wide open. He got that little seam area. Look at that tackle by Merritt. That's just good mechanics, driving the ball carrier back, taking him, making sure you got the tackle.
That brings up second down. And Rucroft, this time to Barilli. He's got the corner and Russell out of bounds. A little bit of spunk now in the St. Ed's offense.
Yeah, they're mixing it up nicely here.
All of a sudden.
See here, reverse pivots, hands it out to Barilli, going around to the left side there.
He shows good speed now.
Wow.
Madden was showing it earlier, now Barilli.
I saw the back of Ben Chew on there, and it looked like he was just grabbed and wasn't able to turn around. I mean, you couldn't see if he did hold him. He did a nice job of keeping it from the referee, but just the position of his body there, it seemed like he was getting held.
Now Barilli's a load to carry. He's 5'10", 201. Back to pass is Rucroft, looking across the middle, in a crowd, and let's see who came up with it. Interception by Chardon. Scott Makar. What a play.
Well, he's back at corner. That's one of his, his, quite honest with you, as good as a running back as he is, I think secondary is where he excels.
This is just
He's
a heart and soul.
Excellent coverage, man.
Heart and soul interception right here. Just takes the ball away from the receiver.
Oh, yeah, he positions his body. Here's where weight training comes into play.
Mike Madden, they had the receiver.
Yeah, it was well thrown. Makar just had good position and just out-muscled him. Took the ball straight away from him.
Unfortunately, Chardon once again is deep inside their 10-yard line to start another drive. They're inside the 5.
Yeah, I tell you, I can't wait till they shift sides. This is on the very inconvenient side of the field to watch.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. And again, safety hold right up the middle. And that is Hewitt with the carry.
Yeah, again, I don't think we're going to see much in the way of razzle-dazzle down here.
So that's the third time tonight. St. Ed's an interception now by Makar. They were stopped on downs the previous possession. And then in the first half, they were stopped on downs 3 times inside the Chardon, let's say 15-yard line. And no points. And Chardon has taken advantage of things like that tonight. They've committed a few penalties of their own, but they've made what they've gotten count when they've needed it to.
Yeah, the defense just has been unbreakable.
Stellar.
Big plays when they need it, like the Makar interception, just playing as a unit and stopping them.
And again, Hewitt will be thrown back. That might be the last play of the third quarter as we're down to 5 seconds.
I hope so, because my neck's getting sore. Leaning out of this window is just brutal.
And that is the end of the third quarter, one that sees the Chardon Hilltoppers on top by the score of 16-0. A third quarter providing 9 points. And we will switch sides, and we'll keep it here as Chardon leads by 16, looking to pitch their second shutout of the season. They started the season in Bedford, an independent game against an LEL team. They won 42-0. And tonight, John, a 16-0 shutout. The defensive line has been just outstanding.
Yeah, they have. Offense has played well here. It's just this half, the one opportunity they had where they could move the ball, they took it right in for the quick points. And ever since then, they've been buried deep in a hole, which just changes your mentality. There's just different ways you play. It's like in baseball, if you got that 1-run lead near the end of the game, your first and third baseman play closer to the line. You know, when you're that close to the end zone, you just got to play a little tighter to the vest here. You don't want to take the chance on dropping the ball, having a turnover, and letting the other team possibly get back into the game.
If you're head coach Bob Doyle, what's the one thing you stress here starting the fourth quarter?
Hold the ball.
Just run the clock out.
Yeah,
run it.
Simply, you know, just
very simple.
Do a 12-minute scramble. You know, Ryan, could you scramble for 12 minutes? I would be the most pleased coach in heaven.
I tell you what, from the way these players talk about head coach Bob Doyle, these players would stand on their heads for that guy. He is their leader of this team.
Oh, yeah, well.
And excellent coach.
He's been an excellent coach for years and years and years, and the boys realize it. They know, you know, they work. They get into practice, they work, but, you know, without the good coaching, putting the work ethic in, you can't do it. You know, there's certain programs like that Shaw team. Well, we'll get back to this after we watch this play.
On 3rd and 11, a nice passing catch.
I think that was a catch.
To Kevin Platts. Let's see if they give him the catch.
I think he had 2-3 steps with it. Yeah, and he recovered his own fumble. Or it went out of bounds. I'm not sure which, but they're pointing Chardon ball. Oh, that's Kevin down on the field still, I think. You'll watch it. He'll get his 2-3 steps down with that ball. He had it before it was I think the guy got a hand in there and just raked it out. Yeah, he's definitely got the ball there.
Let's see if we can see the injury to Platts, because he is still down.
He got the ball. He let it right back on top of it.
Maybe he fell on the point of the ball or something, because he is on his back. But he's been in the game a lot tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got some kind of cramp or something.
Well, anyhow, going back to my coaching story.
Please.
I hope I'm not boring you.
No, please. Bore away.
But that Shaw team Chardon played last week, who was pretty much out of sync. They were an undisciplined and all. Few years back, Shaw had a heck of a program. They had Tom Mendel as their coach. He had a disciplined, strong Division I team that went a couple rounds into the playoffs every year they went. They were definitely quality football teams. He left them. That shows what a coach could do. Now he went to Orange, who for the past several years has had very weak programs. Orange is 3-0 now.
Yes,
that shows you what the impact a coach can have on a team.
Definitely. If you listen to what Bob Doyle says in practice.
Well, the whole point is the credibility.
Yes.
If you believe what he says.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of it can be through history. I mean, Doyle's taken them to a state championship and all. So you got to believe that, you know, this guy's not a fluke. He's had good, solid teams. He's been in the playoffs year after year after year, and he's got to stay. He's got the ring, though they actually don't give a ring for high school football. But
to be cliche.
Yes, symbolically, he has a ring.
Right,
you know?
and the cliche is worth reiterating that obviously in a high school sport, it's no better exemplified than that. After 4 years, obviously players come and go, but the head coach has been there all this time, and he continues to have winning teams, and that's because he's a great head coach.
Yes, and he's got a heck of a system in place.
Yes, he does. The wing
teams
works.
They work in the off season and all that. They hit the weight room. They really do dedicate themselves to this sport and all. And it's not so much. Initially, it was Doyle putting the system in place. Now it's the kids push each other. You know, once you get, but you do have to have the establishment of that system before it will work. As Kevin Platts is up, thankfully. Hopefully, it was just he's walking fine. Maybe he just got a cramp.
Platts, the 6'3", 230 senior, who would love to add to a, see, John, your memory's better than mine is. Was he on the 94 state champs?
No, his brother was.
His brother was,
His
okay.
brother Scott was outside linebacker on that.
Isn't he
excellent outside.
Where did he go to college at? Did he go to Penn State, or was he offered a scholarship there?
No, I believe he's playing at, I'm sure his mother Sue or his father Ken will correct me rapidly, but I believe he's playing for Mercyhurst. He's a junior at Mercyhurst and playing very well up there, as I understand it.
He'll probably go see his brother play next week then when they play Erie Cathedral Prep. That Mercyhurst is right down the street.
That's
from
right,
where
get
that
a
game will be.
hotel room. And,
there you go, the family reunion.
Ooh, but that could be Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Yeah, whether he's got to be part of this team or not.
You're exactly right.
That game is on Saturday, and most colleges do play on Saturday afternoons.
Well, after the long delay for the Platts injury, and he is up on his feet, 1st down and 10 after the pass completion. And Davis going to pass again, throwing, and the pass is incomplete, dropped by Makar.
Again, Davis was under a lot of pressure, and that it looked like that pass was catchable. It looked like he delivered it to an area that was catchable.
And Mark Burr, number 75, is slow to get up.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit there.
That's a big limp, too. That's a big boy.
Yeah, big shoes to limp in.
Yeah, number 75, Mark Burr. He's a 6'3", 250 tackle.
Yeah, he's another one of those that's making a big turnaround and contributing to this fine line. Both him and Krebs last year got play at tackle and were kind of up and down and all. They've solidified, become very consistent, and boy, it's helped this line a whole bunch.
On third down, Hewitt with a carry up the middle for a minimal gain. And again, like you said, main object, keep the clock running, and that's what that play does.
Oh, sure, that's exactly what you'd want. You want a 4-yard carry, a 3-yard, a 3-yard, move the chains, do the same thing over again, because that clock is just running. You're moving it. Your defense, which really has had a lot of pressure this half with being up against their goal line quite a few times and stuff, has done an excellent job. You don't want to overtax them. Let them get a little rest. Even though there's the same thing, it's a different mental aspect being on offense and defense.
Third down and 6. And Davis, he tripped up near the line of scrimmage on the keeper, so that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, there really wasn't much as Ed strung that one out, read the play and stuff, and just there was nothing opening up there for Davis that time.
Really, we've seen a couple different facets recently with this St. Ed's offense. They really showed some good spunk, but unfortunately, through the interception, what can you do on offense for the St. Ed's team to put some points on the board?
You'd almost have to just keep going to the air. Their running game just hasn't gone nowhere. They've absolutely had nothing in the way that Madden's broken a couple little ones. Borelli, for all his yardage and stuff, that he's had over the season, which is fairly significant, he really hasn't been a factor at all today. He's had a lot of carries, but I bet if he's got a net of 40 yards, he's lucky.
Well, you can see the lack of tremendous breakaway speed on that return right there by Borelli. He's the senior, and I'm sure they trust him with the football, but he didn't get very far. Madden has shown the great speed, and Madden now is the featured back, the deep back, and an I formation. 2 receivers to the top on first down and 10, and St. Ed's really needs to get something going here. They are being shut out here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is probably your breakaway back is more what you can consider him, because that's the point that Ed's got into. They got to have the breakaway ability. The plodding, slow drives and stuff. Even if you end up getting a score out of that, that's playing into Chardon's hand. Chardon having a very comfortable lead right now. You got to have quick hits, and with Madden, you have the potential of getting a quick hit.
Well, we just now moved on to the 10-minute mark left in this game. And St. Ed's has made 3 trips inside the 20 of Chardon, but have yet to put any points on the board. They're now across the 50 at the Chardon 47. And Rookrout's had a pretty decent night, but has not made the big play. Here's the give to Madden. And let's see what his speed can do. Not much, as the Chardon linebackers get there first.
Yeah, you still got to have little lanes open up. You hit them quick, but if there's no lanes, you're not going anywhere. And that time, the whole left side of the defense just came over and sealed it up on him. You see he's looking to try to get outside there. You got Platts being blocked. Smith comes in on the hit. Hewitt's from the backside coming. And you got Luke Chuha standing there and watching, saying, come on, guys, give me a break. Let me have a piece of him.
Get a half a tackle.
Well, he's a spectator in that one, but he'll get his tackles.
And now an official's timeout.
The commemorative coin comes off the field.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Third down and 5 for St. Ed's. Big play here. Rookrout to throw. Looking right as a receiver. Is it short? Well, he slid to catch it.
Yeah, I'd say he's a good 1.5 to 2 yards short. Well, he gave him good forward progress. I really don't think he was that far up, but
I think right now, unfortunately, they're forced into going to fourth down. There's no other choice.
Yeah, at this point in the game, because you got to have 3 scores.
Right. There's no point in pinning Chardon deep just to have him continue the clock to run.
Unless you got a tremendously strong field goal kicker.
Oh, and they have not even, on the roster, they do not even list anyone as a place kicker.
Probably Borelli.
Borelli.
Seems to do about everything else.
Yeah, exactly. He punts, and he's the first man in the I formation here on fourth down and about 2.
He's like their Makar, except I think we got the better deal on that one.
And Madden.
No.
Nothing there.
No. They just shut him down.
Over on downs. Chardon football.
That was an excellent defensive stand. Boy, that defense is tough. They just fill the gaps, nowhere to go.
The lead
Got
fullback.
Platts in there. Ooh, is that Smith?
Yeah, Hewitt as well. Hewitt took out Borelli, the lead fullback, absolutely drove him backwards. And that is, you can't go anywhere if you're leading fullback. Can't get a block or move the linebacker.
No, that's just blocking a lane that could
Exactly.
open up.
You're exactly right.
He's a hindrance more than a help. Because not only do you have the other guys coming at you, you got to get it through your own guy.
Oh, 7:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Chardon takes over again on downs from St. Ed's. Davis remains the quarterback, and Mackar in motion. Give is up the middle, and that's a
pushing the whole pile.
That's a clock waster right there. Let's keep the clock moving.
That was Smith on the carry?
Yeah, it looked like Smith, number
I think
41.
that's the only back number I see coming out of that pile.
Yeah.
Boy, he showed some power there. Yeah, he didn't really get the big yardage, but that was really a nothing play. Not much of a hole open up there. He just drove and
pure power.
Pushed the whole line forward.
So a 2-yard gain by Smith, 2nd and 8. And Chardon at their own 45-yard line. This time they give to Mackar, right side.
Makes a cut outside.
And he's got the first down.
Man, he's got that little dip inside, then blow it to the outside. That's like a patented move of his. And, you know, the sad thing is, if you don't fall for it, he's going to go inside on you and just burn you. He's going to burn you big time there. As you can watch him, see if you can see the little dip here that he gives to the inside.
Right there.
Pow, and then go.
Yeah. And if there's no dip and there's nothing to the outside, he'll absolutely run over you. He's got the power to do that.
He's got that good vision on the field, too, that he sees it. He knows what's opening up there, and if you do overcommit to the outside, figuring he's going to blow it out there, he's going to cut inside, probably cut against the grain and go all the way on you. At least pushing him on the sideline, you got a shot at hammering him in somewhat.
Well, there was a penalty on the play that nullified the play. They're going to bring the ball back from whence it became the play started at the 41-yard line of Chardon. And that'll be a 10-yard mark off, so 2nd down and 12 for Chardon. Smith in motion. Play action. Davis across the middle. He's got Mackar. And he's got him.
Jeez.
Chardon touchdown.
Oh, man, did he lay that ball out there or what?
What a way to come out of a penalty.
And Mackar just watched it sail right into his hands. He just laid that out there beautifully.
And some of the Eagles fans start to leave. Look
just
at the
watch
fake.
It, boy. Oh, yeah, he laid that right on his hip there. And then watch this. This thing is just laid out there perfectly.
Mackar had to slow down.
Oh, well, not much. That thing got him pretty much in stride. That was a beautifully thrown pass. Nice reception by Mackar.
Absolutely outran number 4, Jeremy Westbrooks, for the football. And Mackar, and I was just going to make the point, and none better illustrated than that. It's the fourth quarter, and Mackar is supposedly somewhat injured. He's got tremendous speed, better than any player probably in this in the conference and in the area. Mackar is a tremendous asset to this team, obviously, and they're seasoned to a certain part. If he does well, they're going to do well. It's 23-0 Chardon.
Well, they didn't look bad against Bedford without him.
No, they didn't. You're exactly right.
I mean, that's the thing. We talked earlier about all the weapons they do have. Mackar definitely being a very powerful weapon, but, you know, that's the thing. You lose somebody, you just add somebody else in the lineup, and you really don't go down a lot. You know, they just have a lot of talent out there and a lot of players they can put into those roles and different things they can do. You can go through the air, you can run the ball, you know, you can go power ahead, you can go quickness outside. They have a lot of guns and they have good blocking up front. And they also got that defense going for them. This is an impressive football team. Very, very impressive football team.
So our score is 23-0 Chardon, as they have pretty much wrapped up this game at the 6:48 mark of this fourth quarter. That is Makar's third touchdown on the season. Mitch Hewitt has the team lead with 7. And then Ryan Davis has 2 on the season.
And we almost didn't give him one of those.
And we almost didn't give him one of them.
We cheated him out of one.
Exactly.
We're sorry about that, Ryan.
And this could have been even...
I thought it was you, but Chris kept saying, no, it's Hewitt's got the ball. So I deferred to his expertise.
And we were then told, we actually were told by somebody else, it looks like Davis got it. And sure enough, Davis did get it.
Actually, the truth of the matter is at halftime, the one I found out the most from, and why would she lie this way? I thought it was Hewitt that scored, but it was Mitch Hewitt's mother told me at halftime that it was Davis that scored. So you got it. Oh, my God.
And here's the onside.
Onside kick for the Hilltoppers.
Let's see if they got it.
No, they didn't get it, but they did catch. Eds wasn't ready for that.
Now they almost caught him napping.
That's a smart move. I don't think it's a case of trying to rub it in or anything like that from Coach Doyle. I think what that is a case of giving team scouting you something else to maybe work on. You got to waste 20 minutes of practice time working on Chardon possibly doing that against you. So consequently, you lose practice time during the week that you could spend trying to defense them or, break their defense.
So Eds will start right at midfield. Rukrad is still the quarterback, and he's back to pass. He resorted to this. Under pressure. Pass is caught by Cannon right at the Chardon 41. First down. Well, close to a first down. About a yard short.
Yeah, tight coverage that time by Makar. I mean, again, it's one of those little comeback patterns that Eds has been running all night long. Not a whole bunch you can do to defense that.
Boy, Rukrad's got a nice arm. He shows nice poise in the pocket. Unfortunately, he's only thrown to about 2 guys, Cannon and his 1 reception to the tight end and Barilli basically, and that's about it. But he has nice poise back there and really has not got flustered even though he's down by 3 touchdowns. And there a drop pass by Madden. Unfortunately, is right on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, that was picked up. The outside linebacker, Brian Smith, was all over that one, so even if he had caught it,
not much going.
He wasn't going to go anyplace. He might have even lost a little bit by catching that because Smith was all over him. And that was a good yard and a half behind the line of scrimmage. And I think he might have dropped him there for a little bit of a loss.
So it's still 2nd and 10. And the ball is right at the Chardon 40-yard line.
Smith.
And Rukrad to pass, under pressure. Nice pickup by Madden. Steps up, throwing. Almost picked off.
Double clap by Brian Smith on that one. He knew he had his first varsity interception in his hands, and he dropped it. He'll come. He'll come. But I'll tell you, that was a nice pickup by Madden. Watch Smith coming up the middle. Madden gets knocked back, but boy, he saved his quarterback's life because Smith was coming hard. There's Platts again. He's always around that quarterback.
And Smith was really coming hard.
Clap again. Nope. Broke it early before we saw the double clap.
And the almost interception will bring up 3rd and 10. Rukrad definitely to throw.
Yeah, you really don't have much choice here.
Pass across is
short.
caught by Madden, but short. And a couple of Hilltoppers were being held in their pursuit of Rukrad, but no flags thrown, and it'll be short of a first down, bringing up 4th down. And again, a situation where Eds has to go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 6. That's the thing. They can have those real short ones. Chardon will give those to them all day long because they got so much pressure. And you watch it, that defensive line is going to get to the quarterback. You can just smell that coming because they're just putting their ears back and coming hard.
Play action across the middle, and
No, I think it was trapped. He had it, but it laid against the ground. It was Tim Smith at it. I'll tell you, I wish we had the camera on the quarterback that time. Hewitt gave him a hit that just put his feet straight out in front. See if you can see it. No, you can't see it. You can see right there. No, it actually bounced a little bit. So it was even worse than I thought.
Right. Tim Smith will work on his tip drills this week. And once again, Eds turns the ball over on downs to Chardon.
Do you see how much time there is?
Oh,
You got to
I
get
mean-
bungee cords. I
I'm
think I'll just throw you out the window and you repel back.
Pull me back. It's 5:37, so plenty of time, and Davis remains the quarterback.
Oops.
Movement on the line, but he gets back.
He wasn't in neutral zone? I can't believe.
Makar still working as hard as ever. And I'll tell you what.
I can't believe that down lineman was not in the neutral zone. I can't. He was almost bumped helmets. He was so close. Makar takes the ball, goes off to the right side again gets his lane open. Look at that wall of blockers in front of him. Look at that. Kramer got the guy on the outside kicking him out. Everybody had their guy pushed to the inside, bodies turned. Another great job by this offensive line tonight. And you can kind of see that they're starting to wear Eds down, morally and physically.
Davis on the keeper. Taking on tacklers.
Ooh. Quick and tough.
He was taking on linebackers right to the sideline.
Yeah.
Actually gave number 51, Jonathan Schmitz, a ride to the turf and actually tripped him.
And one of the first plays, he didn't have to pull his sock up on. I'm impressed.
Watch Davis.
See, just quick feet, shucks that guy, and just
smart football.
Outruns this guy. Bowls a little bit of a stiff arm. Not exactly that classic one we saw earlier, but maybe you work with Makar and develop that stiff arm. But he had the arm out there a little bit. You just got to shoot it like a piston.
That's right. And fundamentally good, just carrying the ball with his left hand away from the would-be tackler. Just everything fundamentally good about that play.
Straight up the gut.
Hewitt just punishing.
Yeah, he kind of just hit and bouncing off of people there. Yeah, Eds is just worn down. Like I said, that's just the defeated football team right now.
Well, it full well appears that Chardon will move to 4-0, and without a conference game so far in the Premier Athletic Conference, they will be on the road next Saturday night, 8 days from today, against Erie Cathedral Prep, a team that St. Ed's will play in 2 weeks.
And Riverside is playing tonight.
Riverside, exactly.
So one of our league members is actually going to show us what that team's all about.
And a big game in the Premier Athletic Conference. We play Riverside at Riverside, Britt Stadium, in about 3 weeks or so. Let's watch Makar do his magic here. Makar magic right there.
First down.
Simply said, yeah. The actual date is October 23rd that we are at Riverside, Jack Britt Stadium. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the recreational center. That's over at Riverside High. So we will be over there at Riverside and Erie Cathedral Prep next week.
A helicopter loudly going here. Watch Makar in this. He just reverses field all over. There's the pitch, nice pitch outside. That St. Ed's player read that very well.
Unfortunately.
I'll tell you, if that guy hadn't got a hand on him, he would have went around the other way and probably scored. As it was, he got good yardage going back the other way, but he really did have that whole side of the field wide open. He was lucky that St. Ed's player just got enough jersey to slow him down.
And it's clearly evident that Scott Makar and Mitch Hewitt and players like that are on this team, it's obviously a very good compliment that you could probably say that teams like St. Ed's probably watch video of guys like this and say, if we can defend this guy, we can defend and probably beat teams that have guys that aren't as talented as he is and definitely beat them. If we can watch video, and obviously it's a lot different on the field, but we're having a tough night tonight, but if we can defend him and break down our mistakes, then we can definitely win a ball game. But Makar has had a tremendous night tonight.
Well, this isn't a bad, this Ed's team's going to get some wins this year. This isn't a bad team by any means,
no.
But every week, Chardon just seems to keep building. If they keep focused, like I said, that possibilities are endless. Quite honestly, this is a very fine team. You got to mentally stay sharp. Keep your heads in the game. Stay away from the penalties. Definitely stay away from the getting too full of yourself concept. You know, what I mean by that is overconfident where you figure you show up. That ain't the way it's going to be. It's working in practice. learning what the other team's about, trying to defeat that aspect, doing what you do best, taking away what they do best. And you just got to keep constant working on it and keep focused. And I think this team can go a long way this season.
Injured St. Edward's Eagle was number 51, Jonathan Smits. He is walking off the field under his own power. He's had a long night at the office.
That's lucky. We've had a few players
Yeah.
down for a while tonight, but every one of them has got up and walked out fairly well. Except for that one time, who was it, the quarterback? No, it was Borelli.
Right,
He
Borelli.
looked like he was a little cobwebby.
Yeah, I think he thought he was somewhere else.
That was when he found out why he didn't want to play quarterback, because that was that option pass, wasn't it?
And boy, oh boy, that was a wide open receiver. If that play could have been completed, and looking in retrospect, that's one of those plays that St. Ed's just missed an opportunity, and unfortunately could have advanced the ball down the field. But as it is, they've had a rough night at the office.
Well, I tell you, we got a lot of the Chardon kids going around with the red dye in their hair tonight.
Hey,
looking at the booth, I've seen tons of it. The girls seem to have these
streaks.
red streamers in their hair.
Right. How about you, John? Why don't you dye your hair red?
I think I'm more a streamer type of person
all
myself.
Right. I'll hold you to that.
Wonder where you get those.
I'm sure we could find some.
Okay, hopefully the dollar store.
Yeah, the dollar store, exactly.
I'm a little tight this week.
While we have a chance, please remember nonprofit organizations from our funny community announcements of interest at GTV, and our address is P.O. Box 36, that's in Chardon, 44024. Fax us at 286-6814, or you can even email us now at geaugatv@compuserve.com. And, of course, for all your announcements and best wishes. First down and 10. And the ball is spotted at the St. Ed's 32. Davis slips and falls, possibly forward or just where we started at.
Yeah, actually lost a couple on that. Yeah, it was just, he just slipped. I was looking for a proper phrase to kind of cover that. That kid just fell.
No adjective for that. He
happens.
just slipped.
Yeah, he just fell.
That'll bring up second down.
I think they're running right this time. Shows what I know.
Davis, option. Makar. And shows pretty good speed to our side of the field. And he didn't get the first down, but was able to get out of trouble a little bit.
Yeah, move the ball forward a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely that they'll go for it 2 more times too. See here, just a quick fake into the middle there. Was that Chuha at the fullback, and just pitch it out to Makar. Let him use his speed, see if he can get around the corner. They sealed it up pretty good. Got about 3-4 yards out of that though.
And it'll be third down. Ball is spotted just outside the 30. And they need to get to about the 21-yard line. So let's call it 3rd and 9. Give is right up the middle to Chuha. And he fights for a few, but we'll get it down to the 26, bringing up 4th down. Just to complete our look at the schedule for Chardon for the rest of the way, this is week 4. They'll be 4-0. Next week, October 3rd on Saturday, they're at Erie Cathedral Prep. Come home for the Premier Athletic Conference opener here at home against North. Then are home for homecoming, obviously, October 16th against the Sailors of Vermilion. On the road at Riverside, home for the Madison Blue Streaks, which could be the Premier Athletic Conference winner who wins that game. And then the South Rebels to round out the season November 6th on the road against Mike Eicher's team.
Hopefully on to the playoffs.
Exactly, and a good start with tonight's win. It'll be 4-0. Davis on the keeper. He's got a man, but he's going to keep it himself.
Oh, yeah. They sealed up that corner pretty good. I think that was a no doubt. You forgot about your pitch man outside when you see that much green in front of you. You just turn on the jets and take it outside and get good yardage, just like Ryan did on that one.
It'll be another first down. Boy, Davis has done a lot tonight. He came into this season, or into this game tonight rather, with only 14 attempts passing-wise. He is probably double his attempts passing-wise tonight. He's probably thrown at least that many times and probably completed nearly 75% of them.
I tell you, one change I see in him, it's almost you can feel the confidence coming out of him. He's getting comfortable in that leadership role at the starting quarterback and stuff, playing better every week, getting confident in his abilities, confident in his teammates and their abilities too, and it's just gelling, you know, and he's improving week by week.
Well, the best thing that improves is obviously, like you said, team unity and guys knowing each other and what they can and cannot do. And this is a very talented team on both sides of the ball, and they figure to go a long way and off to a tremendous start.
Well, we're down to a minute something. I can't, the poll's blocking my seconds, but it doesn't matter, just so it's under a minute. Straight T formation.
There you go. And they give to Hewitt.
George Hallis would be proud.
Yes, he would. Papa Bear.
I see a 0 on the clock, so we're into the second zone
We
now.
are under a minute. And for St. Ed's, I'm sure they're saying thankfully. It's going to be a long ride back to Lakewood tonight.
Boy, it was a long ride back from Steubenville last week.
Or
2 weeks ago.
Right there.
Boy, that's a long way down.
That's a long haul from Steubenville. Nice one when
you're
you're driving down in the daylight, but driving back at night, you hope somebody else is driving. You can take a little snooze.
Is that still North America?
Some would say it's not.
Everybody's trying to figure out who's got the ball. Oh, it's Landstrom.
Landstrom. We are at 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think the ball handling has improved. Oops,
And,
somebody's still down on the field.
Lineman slow to get up. That'll stop the clock.
It's Dekowitz.
He gets
He's
up
okay.
quick.
He's waving the referee off.
He's been one of those guys, senior leadership right there, and he has dropped a few pounds before this season came in, and just a tremendous player.
He's all right. He might just got a little bit groggy there from a hard block or something. He waved off, though, says, leave me alone. I'm okay.
6 foot, 225, Chris Dakowitz, number 73.
And quick.
Clock is running. Clock is at 3 zeros. And a big 0 for the St. Ed's Eagles. And the Chardons have a 0 of their own, but it's 4-0 with a win tonight. 23-0 over the St. Edwards Eagles. We'll recap the scoring in a second, but John, your final thoughts on tonight's shutout.
Well, I think they just came in and in a very workmanlike fashion did what they had to do. They played excellent defense today. Started out a little bit, like we said, conservatively on the offensive side of the ball, open it up, and when they started opening it up, they started opening up the points on the scoreboard too. I think they just played like a team that knew that this was one of their bigger games. This is one of the tougher teams they were going to face this season. They went at them in a very workmanlike fashion, got the job done.
Very quickly, let us recap the scoring from tonight's game. A 23-0 victory for the Chardon Hilltoppers. It started at the 6:09 mark of the second quarter. Ryan Davis with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. That would be his third touchdown of the season. It was controversial because there was no touchdown signal given till late. And obviously for St. Ed's, they were debating that call. We didn't have to wait very long in the third quarter at the 8:30 mark. A 37-yard field goal was missed by Scott Mackar, but very shortly after, at the 6:43 mark, safety of a botch punt by St. Ed's led to a 9-0 lead for Chardon. And at the 4:20 mark of the third quarter, John Landstrom had a touchdown run, making it 16-0. And then it was tapped off at the fourth quarter at the 6:48 mark by Scott Mackar with a touchdown catch from Ryan Davis, his third touchdown on the season, totaling off the score at 23-0. So, John, a great game. Chardon improves to 4-0, and next week we are at Erie Cathedral Prep, a game that will be on Saturday night, 8 nights from tonight, and then obviously later in the season as we touched on the schedule, teams to look forward to such as the Madison Blue Streaks, South Rebels, and the Riverside Beavers.
Yes, and let us not forget our other communities in the area too. We got the Middlefield Berkshire game coming up, which is always just a great battle.
There are some great games coming up on GTV, and we are happy to have had you viewing this game this evening. For my partner, John Walsh, this is Chris Reckner saying so long from Chardon. You've been watching GTV.
Say that when you